Minutes till the broadcast starts. Let's see. Let's get set up. Alrighty, getting close to game time. I'm excited, very excited. Hopefully, some people come in and hang out. Please like, share, subscribe if you watch this video later. Got about 8 to 10 minutes till coverage starts.
Kurt, thank you.
Thanks, Kurt.
So I had visions of sugar plum fairies.
To see these today, I pulled into the park and it.
College football playoffs. Yeehaw. Notre Dame's the favorite. We'll see who shows up. Notre Dame should win if they show up, I feel like. But to each his own.
Close behind at 4-1 with the question marks at quarterback. Laura Rutledge caught up with Longhorns head coach Steve Sarkisian before tomorrow's game against Clemson and asked about Quinn Ewers' ankle injury.
Much better. He got out of the brace for the last 2 weeks. He's moving much better, and he's throwing it much better.
Got about 5 minutes till the game starts or coverage starts. What's up, Jeffrey? Michael, are you a Satanist? Why? Hail Satan. Why? Why would you want to hail Satan? You're just looking for attention? We're going to be watching the game together, covering the game, talking about the game, any other games coming up this weekend, either college or NFL. Got a boxing match this weekend. Notre Dame, Indiana coming on in about 5 minutes. Please like, share, subscribe. Thanks, King Live. I just did a quick one earlier because I didn't do one yesterday. Trying to grow this channel, man. It's the only way I can do it, really, right now with the equipment I have. I don't do too many regular videos or shorts. I like doing the lives until I get the channel bigger. Thank you for the compliment. I do my best with what I have. But we're going to have a podcast coming out soon that should be a lot of fun. I think a lot of people are going to enjoy. I'll be interviewing a lot of different people. Have a bunch of crazy friends of mine and family and wild people on soon. Talking about all types of subjects. Good for you, King Live. Good luck. I'm going to write down your name. I'll try and check you out. King Live. Give me 1 second. Check out King Live. King Live 2025. That's awesome, dude. Good for you. People are so silly online, you know. If everyone just supported each other and were cool, everyone could make money and do well. But you got a bunch of people that just like to hate. I'll never understand it. I remember you. I remember you. I'm going to have a phone line again soon. I think we talked about the Me Too movement, right?
New York Amazon facility joins the unprecedented strike. Details after the game on Channel 7 Eyewitness News.
Why are mornings the best on Channel 7?
Because it starts with Eyewitness News this morning.
Breaking news, AccuWeather, and traffic.
Let's get going.
And it's
Yeah, I got a bunch of different ideas I'm going to do. I got to get a program where I can do all that shit. I don't have much on my little laptop. I got to get, I think I'm going to go with like StreamYard or something. I got to stop paying for a prescription. I got to start doing something like that. Drake May's rookie year, I think he's done well for what he has around him. I think he's done about as good as he could for what New England's given him. He doesn't really have any receivers other than a few tight ends. I mean, Hunter Henry's been good for him. Pop Douglas has done all right, too. But they got a OBS. I'll have to check it out. I've never even heard of it. Thank you, King Live. I've been saving up for a good camera. They're fucking expensive. I think I'm just going to end up doing it with a few GoPros to start. Well, I think Drake May's done all right. I don't like Gerard Mayo. I got to be honest. I'm not a huge fan of what New England's done for coaching. I hope we end up with Travis Hunter. Word around town is that Travis Hunter is probably going to be the 3rd overall pick. New England should end up with that pick. So fingers crossed. I don't know if you put him in at offense or defense. I'm rooting for Notre Dame. I'm a Notre Dame fan. Notre Dame and Georgia are my 2 teams for college football. So I'm rooting for Notre Dame. It's getting ready to start right now.
In front of a sellout crowd of nearly 80,000 on a
CFP first round presented by Allstate. And this is the first of 4 first-round games to be played on college campuses. There'll be 3 more tomorrow at Texas, Ohio State, and Penn State. The 4 highest-ranked conference champions receive byes into the quarterfinal round. The winner of this game will advance to take on the SEC champs, the Georgia Bulldogs, in the All-State Sugar Bowl on New Year's Day.
Who do you guys think is going to win tonight? Who do you want to win? I'm pulling for Notre Dame. Obviously, I'm a Notre Dame fan. That means my 2 favorite college football teams will meet in the next round, unfortunately. And both of them have questions. I mean, Georgia just lost their quarterback in the SEC championship. Notre Dame got some questions as far as their passing game. If Notre Dame can throw the ball and run the ball like they have, Notre Dame could be problems for people. We'll see. Notre Dame's offensive and defensive line are both very good. Notre Dame's got a pretty good defense, especially a good secondary too. Notre Dame's got one of the best rushing offenses in college. Indiana's got the best run defense in college. So it should be fun tonight. It should be fun to see. It's going to be a cold night. There could be snow during this game. They're both from Indiana, in-state rivalry. Should be fun. Should be a lot of fun. I'm doing all right, John Hip. How are you? Indiana's got a pretty good quarterback. He can't really run. So it'll be interesting to see if the Notre Dame defense can get after him. He's not known for scrambling. And Indiana had a lot of trouble when Ohio State got after their quarterback. So we'll see what happens. Indiana taking the field right now. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, John. That's horrible. I'm sorry for your loss, dude. I lost my cousin in a bad car accident years ago. Just be strong for your family. Try not to party too much. It's not going to make you feel better. Got a commercial right now. Yeah, it's gonna suck for a while, John. Thanks, Phil. This is an old hat. This is an old hat my mom bought me from the Brady days. But I got Notre Dame tonight. I think they're going to get the job done. Hopefully they show up. Notre Dame has a habit of breaking my heart. Notre Dame has had a horrible habit of breaking my heart. They get into these big games and blow it. Same thing with Georgia. Excuse me. Hopefully one of them can win it this year. They both got a good shot. That's one thing about college football this year and the NFL. I don't think there's one team that's that far ahead of the rest. I think any one of these teams could pull it off if they get hot. Plus, you got to think, right? You got to stay healthy. Can your team stay healthy? Getting late in the season, people are beat up. This should be a good one. I don't think this is going to be a blowout. I'll be surprised. Notre Dame taking the field.
Coach Marcus Freeman, 11-1, the shocking loss in week 2 here to Northern Illinois. They basically put themselves in a must-win situation in every game thereafter, and they won them all, winning all 10 by a margin of 30 points per game. This is the Fortnite OG Kickoff. And this crowd has been waiting all day for the start of this one, which is just moments away. The Fortnite OG Spotlight. These two schools separated by 200 miles, but they haven't played each other since 1991, and that was the only meeting since 1959. It's David and Goliath when you look at the histories. Notre Dame, 4th most wins all time. Michigan, Alabama, and Ohio State ahead of them. They're tied with Texas. And Indiana, 714 losses, the most all time in FBS football.
Here we go, coin flip.
That does not matter tonight. Captain's coming to midfield for the coin toss. David Alvarez is the referee. The officials are from the Big 12 Conference. And we congratulate them. They're here because they've been deemed to be one of the best in the country. Welcome to the first round of the college football playoffs. Congratulations on a successful season. I'm David Alvarez. This is Carlos Fitzgerald. I'm in the Big 12 Conference. Tonight's coin features the football logo is heads. CFP, tails. Indiana, what's your call going to be? Tails. He said tails, which is the CFP. We'll let it hit the ground. It's heads. On the toss, you want to defer. Purdy won the toss with the defer to the second half. You want the ball. Which one you want to kick? Switch sides, please.
Wow.
Indiana, you receive.
Notre Dame won the coin flip. They're going to kick off, which means Indiana gets the ball first. And Notre Dame picks which way they want to kick. Here we go.
Thanks, Sean. Coach Ignetti, you told us your players are not here for participation medals. They're not satisfied. What do you need to see from your group tonight to extend your season?
Execute one play at a time, play like we can play. We do that, we're fine.
Riley Leonard likes to use his legs. How do you contain him?
That's the big key right there. Design
Fucking
quarterback
douchebag.
runs, and when he drops back, gets out of the pocket, we cannot let that happen all night long.
Best of luck.
Thanks.
Let's head over to Molly, who's with Coach Freeman. Coach, you told us this game would come down to the line of scrimmage. How does your defensive front win that battle, put some pressure on Curtis Ward early on?
You gotta play vertically. You can't play football. You gotta play football and be attacking, have an attacking mindset. I just told those guys, though, it ain't about all the talking stuff. It's about your actions now. And our actions got to speak loudly now.
We've talked a lot about Riley Leonard's will to win.
There
What
we
do you
go,
need from your
baby.
quarterback tonight?
Confidence, consistency, take care of the football. His best will be good enough. I promise you that.
All right, thank you, Coach. Guys.
Yeah, I like it, Texas. I just don't know if they got the 12 best teams in the country. I get why they do it the way they do, but I know some of these teams aren't the 12 best teams in the country. Like, I don't think SMU's one. I don't think Arizona's one. Arizona State. But, they won their conferences. Oh, Boise State, I don't think they won. But, when you win games, you get a shot. Here we go. Notre Dame getting ready to kick off.
Horse Miles Price back deep for Indiana.
Let's get it.
There's Van Horst. Very little breeze to speak.
Place is rocking.
As this one gets underway, but it is chilly. We had snow overnight and early this morning. Short kickoff, returnable, but a fair catch made by Solomon Van Horst.
Wow, win.
And Indiana
Here we go. Indiana with a fair catch, even though it was a short kick. I don't know if it's DEI because they were the best teams record-wise. But, like, it's hard not to have Alabama in there. Like, I think Alabama is still one of the 12 best teams in the country, even if they didn't have the best record. There's a lot of teams in there like that, but it's the way it is right now. I like it better than just having the top two teams that you think and letting them just go for it. I don't pull any of my messages off, Kenneth. I don't pull any messages off. I don't know what's happening. It could be YouTube's doing it. I don't pull anything off, buddy. I don't pull anything off. If anything, it's YouTube doing it. Or it could be someone that one of my moderators. Donkey Dunk, what's up? Yeah, the Bulldogs are my other team. Notre Dame and the Bulldogs are my team. 2nd and 13, Indiana back to pass, throwing down the right side. Incomplete, out of bounds, looking for a flag. I don't see no flags. There shouldn't be one. We'll bring up 3rd and 13. Notre Dame's defense has been stout all year long. They're going to be coming for this kid's head. I think the Indiana quarterback's name's Rock. He's a good passer. He doesn't have much where he can run or scramble, and that might hurt them if Notre Dame can get a pass rush. Shotgun. They fake the run, throw it over the middle, incomplete. They were on his ass right away. It's going to be 3 and out probably. Thank you, Duncan. I'll pin that comment. So Indiana's going to bring out the punt team. Going to go 3 and out to start this drive. Notre Dame, man, I love their uniforms. They look so nice tonight. They got the navy blue with the gold, 24-karat gold helmets. They just look sharp. You look good, you feel good, you play good. This is a short punt. Indiana's going to grab it around the 41-yard line of Notre Dame. Notre Dame's going to get really good field position to start this. Yeah. Riley Leonard, since they lost to NIU, is 10-0, averaging 241 total yards a game, 29 touchdowns, 4 turnovers. Not a big throwing quarterback. He can throw the ball, but he's more. Notre Dame's got a really, really nasty run game this year so far. See what they can do against Indiana. Indiana has the best run defense in the country. Notre Dame has the 10th best run offense in the country. Out of the shotgun, they send their tight ends in motion. 2 wide receivers, 2 tight ends, single back. They're going to run it with Love. It's going to be tackled for a loss around the line of scrimmage. Should bring up about 2nd and 11. Good job by Indiana to stop the run on that first play for Notre Dame. See how long it takes these guys to feel each other out. Same formation again. Twin wide receivers on the right. Back to pass. Pass is not tipped in the air, intercepted by Indiana at the 42-yard line. Not what Notre Dame wanted on their first pass play. Not a good way to start the ball game. Not a good way to start the ball game. I already told you their passing offense has been questionable. And Indiana will get the ball back. And Indiana's been one of the best teams as far as not turning the ball over and creating turnovers. So we'll see what happens. 1st and 10 for Indiana in Notre Dame territory from the Notre Dame 41 out of the shotgun. Run it up the middle. Gain of about 4. Shotgun means the quarterback isn't right under the center, Duncan. It means he's not right under where they snap the ball. He's back a little bit. There's going to be a holding call on the Indiana offensive line, number 65, Smith. So that play will come back. Oh, yeah, he got away with one. 13-19 to go in the first quarter. No score. 1st and 20 after Notre Dame throws an interception. Shotgun. 3 wide receivers, single back. Send a man in motion. They run it. Gain of about 3 yards. Indiana runs a lot of option offenses where the quarterback can do what he wants as he looks at what's going on at the line, which can be a tough offense to deal with because you don't know if they're going to run or throw. You got to worry about play actions.
Mills has really plugged up the middle of that defense admirably in his absence. Howard Cross hasn't played since November 9th against Florida State on a high ankle sprain. He's one of the best interior defensive linemen in the country. They think he'll play tonight. 2nd and 17.
Nothing.
A gain of 3. Their favorite running play is the stretch, and they run it very well. You're probably wondering, after us singing Curtis Worth's praises, this is an RPO-based offense. And right now, Notre Dame doesn't have very many defenders in the box, which is inviting Curtis Worth to hand it off. And as a result, they haven't gotten many looks in the passing.
3rd and 14 for Indiana. They're throwing, I'm sure. 3 wide receivers. Throws down the left side. What a catch. Grab, caught. And there should have been a fucking pass interference, it looked like. I think they're going to say he made the grab. Cornerback did not turn and look for the ball. And he was grabbing the receiver. Let's see what happens here if the ball hits the ground. No, it was a complete pass. 1st and 10 from inside the Notre Dame 20. Over the middle, interception, Notre Dame at their own 2-yard line. Wow. Both defenses doing their thing. I told you Notre Dame's defense and Indiana's defense were both very good. Both defenses bailing out their teams early in the game. Indiana was going in. What a great job by the safety and by the 2 cornerbacks. Wow. Both teams with early turnovers. TV timeout. Wow. Notre Dame's going to be pinned deep in their own end. I'm surprised Notre Dame, I know they got unlucky a little bit. Second play of the game, you got a ball tipped and ends up being an interception, but I thought Notre Dame was going to come out and really kind of just stick to the run. It's been so successful. But you gotta try and keep the other team off balance too. You know, especially early on in this game. We'll see how it goes, but both quarterbacks could let one get away from them. The interception from Indiana was overthrown a little bit. He threw it a little bit too far and put a little too much on it, where the ball was too far in front of his man, and it ended up staying up in the air where the safety was close enough to the play to make a play on the ball. Wild. wild first quarter to stop. If you can find somewhere to stream the game, Duncan, and watch while I'm talking, you'll probably understand it better. If you go to like the TV app or .to, or you go to Stream East, sometimes you can get lucky there, Stream East GD. I'm surprised they don't have the game on where you live. I know you're overseas, but I thought American football was starting to get big in England. Maybe it's just the pros.
First red zone interception of the season. Couldn't have come at a worse time.
No.
He gets a little greedy. He starts his eyes to the left. He works back to the right. But look right here. He's wide open. Take it. Instead, he tries to force the over route where it's intercepted. And it's just really bad decision. You take the hitch route to the left-hand side. It's 1st and 10 in the red zone. You're cooking with gas. Instead, the bad decision and the press for Moore leads to the interception.
There we go. Notre Dame working out of the shotgun. Love out of in the backfield. Send the tight end in motion. They're going to run the ball. Oh, we got a lot of open room. He could be off to the races. Love's going to bust a run for a 98-yard touchdown. Holy shit. Run, rumble, rumble, rumble. Wow. 98-yard rushing touchdown for Love. And Notre Dame, Jeremiah Love, with a huge touchdown run. Wow, they stacked the box. They knew Notre Dame was running. Oh, they run a friggin' smash to the opposite side, a misdirection play. Notre Dame's line got upfield, and it was the whole left side of the field was open once they set their blocks. Wow. 98-yard touchdown. They're going nuts.
Touchdown in all 13 games.
That's right, Kenneth. Especially in college. Whoa. Extra point is good, but it almost got blocked. Low kick. Notre Dame's have problems with that this year. What a run. Oh.
He was able to turn him back inside, which allowed a big void between him and the tight end.
Love can move.
Where Love went, and he was out the gate.
Number 4, the running back, Love for Notre Dame. He's one of my Heisman favorites for next season. He's dynamic, man. He reminds me, he's bigger than Reggie Bush, but he's athletic like Reggie Bush. He jumps over guys when they go to tackle him. Jeremiah Love, 98-yard rushing touchdown, tied for the longest in Notre Dame history. Man, if there was one thing you did not want if you were Indiana, it was that. Because now this crowd is in this game.
Championship while in high school, he can run. And
wow.
He can also run you over. He can jump over you.
That was impressive.
He is a tremendous player. He is incredible and just so versatile. Great protection, great as a receiver, and he showed off his speed right there. So Goins kicks off. And another
short kick
made by Van Horst. So Indiana has not trailed much this year. They hired Kurt Signetti away from James Madison in November. He added 30 players in the transfer.
I told you guys, watch out for the Notre Dame run game. They run the ball just about as good as they have one of the best running backs in college football. And they run the ball down your throat, backed up in their own end after making a big interception. Love, 98-yard touchdown. 10:57 to go in the first quarter. Indiana going to run the ball for a loss of about 2 to stop this drive. It'll be about 2nd and 12 now. Boy, Indiana got off to a good start. They got an interception, then they moved the ball, turned the ball over themselves, and then the first play after a decent drive, even though you had a turnover, you give up a 98-yard run. Bad news. Indiana going to run an option up the middle, gain of about 10. It'll bring up 3rd and 2. Good play call. Boy, Notre Dame gets a stop here. It would be huge. 3rd and 2 from the Indiana 33-yard line. Out of the shotgun, 3 wide receivers, single back. They're going to run it up the middle for enough for a first down. Gain of about 4 or 5. They ran that option play. Good job by the Indiana line. That was a big hole. Big hole. Be 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun again. 3 wide receivers. Tight end and then single back. They fake the run. They throw it, almost intercepted again. In and out of a receiver's hands. Indiana really pressing. You can tell they're pressing. He's quick to get rid of the ball. Almost a little too quick. Notre Dame has a very good defensive line. I think they're wary of it. Same 3 wide receivers, tight end, single back. They're going to run it. Nice run up the middle. Big run. Gain of about 20. Indiana starting to roll. Punching back. Lawton with a big run. Indiana's got some big boys up front too. We heard so much about the Notre Dame defense and the Notre Dame offensive line. Indiana's got some horses too. 1st and 10 again from the Notre Dame 39. Shotgun. 3 wide. Single back and a fullback. Gain of 1. Run it up the middle. But Indiana being able to run the ball a little bit could open up the passing game. They don't throw the ball much without a running back in the backfield. So you always got to worry about the chance of a run. Not from the quarterback, but from their running backs. Rock is not much of a running quarterback, but they do run that option offense. And here it is. And they're going to hand it off. Stuffed. Gain of maybe a yard. Going to bring up 3rd and long. Notre Dame lead 7-0 on a 98-yard run by Love. So it'll be 3rd and 8 for Indiana. From about the Notre Dame 37-yard line. Shotgun, pass. Incomplete, out of bounds, no flags. And I don't think they'll be in field goal range unless they got a kicker with a boot. We'll see. Indiana's coach looks pissed. Looking for a flag. I don't see why. There wasn't much contact. And Indiana's going to send out the punt squad. With 7:06 to go in the first. Notre Dame up 7-0. Oh, this is not a good punt. It'll go out of bounds around the 17. Not the worst punt. I mean, but definitely not what they were looking for. And Notre Dame, man, after a horrible start, starting to get things under control. They lead 7-0, TV timeout. Man, that guy Love for Notre Dame, he's something else. I think he might be the Heisman favorite going into next year. He's one of them. He's got to be in the conversation. He does shit I haven't seen running backs do in a long time. He reminds me of Reggie Bush. He's that fast. He's that athletic. And I think he's a little bigger than Reggie. I think he's a little taller and heavier. I forget who they played. I don't know if it was Army or Navy. But he jumps over guys coming to tackle him. Just jumps over them. Looking like a mix of like Saquon Barkley and Reggie Bush. 98-yard touchdown has Notre Dame up 7-0. But there's plenty of time left. Plenty of time left. This game's got a lot of time left to go. Please like, share, subscribe. Thank you for joining us for the game tonight. Let's check out our poll. 52% of poll takers want Notre Dame. 48% want Indiana. Pretty wild start to this game. And even though Indiana's been able to move the ball a bit, every time they get on the Notre Dame side of the field, Notre Dame's able to clamp down. We'll see what happens the more comfortable they get with each other. Yeah, I got a feeling Manning's not going to be in Texas much longer. I heard that Belichick might have him. I heard a rumor he might transfer to North Carolina to go play for Belichick. Bill Belichick was named the North Carolina head coach about a week ago. He's going to start coaching college ball. He might end up with some studs. North Carolina might end up being a serious contender in the next couple of years, especially with the way college football is now, with guys getting paid in the transfer portals. Here we go, 29 degrees in South Bend, Indiana. Notre Dame with the ball on their own 17-yard line. 1st and 10, 7 minutes to go in the first quarter. They're going to give the ball to Love up the middle. Gain of 4, maybe 5. Riley Leonard is only through one pass today. It got tipped and intercepted. That's one thing that worries me about Notre Dame, is their ability to throw the ball. They still got to be able to throw the ball a bit, especially if they get by Indiana. Out of the shotgun, Leonard throws a screen, incomplete. Dropped by the wide receiver. What a shame, because he had blockers. Faison with the drop. He might have been able to do something with that. The play didn't really get set up, but Notre Dame had guys out wide. Bring up 3rd and 6. 6:25 to go. Notre Dame's been averaging almost 40 points a game. 3rd and 6 out of the shotgun. 4 wide receivers. Single running back. They're going to throw complete. Nice job. Nice job with some yards after the catch for a first down. There might be a flag here. We'll see. That looked like a late hit. Nice little curl route. Good job to get by the defender. Indiana missed the tackle there. Cornerback's got to do a little better. No flags. Notre Dame with the first down. Now they can think about running again. 5:58 to go. First quarter. From their own 31. Cold night. Chance of snow. 4 wide receivers. Or 3 wide receivers in the tight end now. Single back. They're going to run it with Love. Tries to bounce it outside like he did on that long run. He's going to get stuffed for a loss of a yard probably. And it wasn't Love, I don't think. I think it was Price. Sorry about that. Notre Dame trying to run a no huddle. Indiana making some changes. Notre Dame's only had the ball for 2 minutes and 21 seconds. They fake the run. Back to pass. Finds his running back out of the backfield. Complete. Nice play. Gain of about 8. Nothing special. But makes it a manageable third down. What's up, Johnny? Third and 2. .430 to go. Notre Dame up 7-0. Out of the shotgun. 2 tight ends, 2 wide receivers. They run it up the middle for a first down and more. Gain of about 6. Williams with the run. Notre Dame mixing it up a little bit. I hope Love's okay. Love has been a little bit banged up. He still might be beat up too because of that long run. You know, you bust one for 98 yards, you might be a little tired for a few plays. I got Notre Dame, Johnny, but it's because they're one of my favorite teams. Hope you're well, buddy. Here we go. Notre Dame throwing, find the tight end. He fumbles, recovered. And they're going to say it was a complete pass. He made a football move. We'll see if Indiana does something with it or they challenge it. I don't know how that works in college. Oh, that was a catch and a fumble. Lucky Notre Dame's wide receiver was there to grab it. That could have been trouble. It'll be 2nd and 2. The refs are having a discussion to see if that was a complete pass or incomplete. So it was a complete pass, it sounds like. Like I said, I'll bring up 2nd and 2. Notre Dame finally holding on to the ball for trying to get a drive going. 3:27 to go in the first quarter. Shotgun. 2 wide receivers to the right. Single back. And a tight end, I believe. They're passing. He's looking. Finds his receiver over the middle. Caught. Little gain of 5 yards. Nothing special, but moving the chains. Williams doing a good job getting open. One of the backup running back / receivers. Flanagan enters the game. Notre Dame starting to open up a little bit here. No, everyone said they had no passing game. They're going to run a jumbo set with 2 wide receivers. They run it up the middle for a gain of about 2. That was a tricky play. Run by Price. I hope Love's okay. Love not being in there changes everything for Notre Dame. And there was reports he was beat up. Maybe they're just giving him a break. Maybe they're watching him a little bit. 2nd and 8. Out of the shotgun. In trouble. They run they run a screen They set up some blocks and get another first down. Nice job by the offensive line and the wide receivers and tight ends to get out wide and block for that screen. Nothing special, but a lot of yards after the catch. Notre Dame's offensive line and defensive lines are pretty freaking tough. They're going to run 3 wide receivers to the left, 1 to the right, single back. From the Indiana 31, 1st and 10, minute 20 to go. And it looks like there's going to be a flag. Full stop on Notre Dame.
Ball start. Offense. Number 88. 5-yard penalty. Still third down.
It's first down, stupid. Still third down. It's first fucking down. Some of these refs, you're like, what? How do they let you ref? You don't even know what down it is. I get it. Some people make mistakes, but come on. It's a playoff game. You know what down it is. 1st and 15. 4 wide receivers. I think 1 is a tight end. Single back goes in motion. Hand it off. They're going to run that same play. They bust out for that long touchdown run. And this is going to be good for at least a gain of 10 or 12 for another first down. That play, it's a misdirection run they run. They run a misdirection. They set the running back in the lineup like they're going to run to the strong side. And then they run it to the weak side. And that's how they broke that long run from the 2-yard line. And that was a big run right there. And they're going to run the ball for a gain of maybe a yard or 2 up the middle. It'll be the last play of the first quarter. I'm interested to see what's going on with Love. He hasn't been in the game since he broke that 98-yard touchdown run. I'm a little concerned. Notre Dame needs him, I think, to go anywhere in this playoff. I don't think they can get by Georgia without him. They might not get by Indiana without him. He's a stud. End of the first quarter, Notre Dame leads 7-0 on a 98-yard touchdown run by Love. Pretty good first quarter of action. Both teams have turned the ball over. Each team has an interception. Notre Dame's driving, trying to go in. Indiana's look good at times. Oh, that's a tough one, Big K. I'm torn about that game. And I don't like Ohio State. Ohio State, I've never liked Ohio State for some reason. My father loved Ohio State. My dad liked Ohio State and LSU. But my dad used to love Eddie George and fucking, what's his name? Terry Glenn. That's a tough one. You know what it is? I haven't seen Tennessee really play. I haven't even watched Ohio State that much. But the times I watched Ohio State this year, they look good. And I just don't know enough about Tennessee, honestly. I think the game's in Ohio. I think it's in Ohio. And the thing is, Ohio could drop a dud, but they just dropped a dud to Michigan. I don't think they're going to drop another dud at home. And their coach is on the chopping block, so I think Ohio will either come out and play really well, or if they can't stand their coach, they're just going to shit their pants to get rid of him. That's what I think. I'll be right back. I'm going to go get a water and a drink. First and goal for Notre Dame now. Sorry, guys, I had to get a drink. That's what I mean, Big K. It's so hard to say. There's like really no front runner. There's like teams that you think are better than others, but Notre Dame going to run it up the middle. Second effort, stuffed. And it's going to be a loss of 2. It'll bring up second and goal from the Indiana 5-yard line. Tackle by Fisher. Fisher's been their best defensive player all year. I think he's got like over 100 tackles on the season. Kid's tough. Notre Dame really got to get 7 here. 13 minutes to go in the second quarter. Notre Dame leads 7-0. Second and goal. Fake the run. Throw. Caught. Touchdown by the tight end. Nice play fake. Thomas with a big touchdown grab. Wide open in the back of the end zone. He's a big target. Wow. And Notre Dame goes up 13-0. It's what happens when you can run the ball. Good job by Notre Dame giving the quarterback enough time, too. He was not scared at all. He had a nice pocket around him, even though he was in trouble. He knew he had enough time to make the play. He knew he could sit in there and be safe. The kick is up and barely good. Yikes. Notre Dame goes up 14-0 after a 5-yard touchdown pass to Thomas. The big man, number 83, making the grab all by himself. And that's why I don't think there's that many great, like someone was arguing, not really arguing with me, but they keep telling me how bad Notre Dame's quarterback is. Oh, he sucks. He's not good enough to win a national championship. Well, out of the quarterback, if you look at the top quarterbacks in the upcoming NFL draft, none of them are in the playoff. Not one. Cam Ward and Shakur, what's his name? Sanders' son. Shador. I always call him Shakur. I'm sorry. Shador Sanders and Cam Ward are your top quarterbacks in the country, they keep saying, or at least your top 2 prospects going into the draft. They're not even in the college playoff. College football, well, college basketball too, but college football is much different than NFL football. You don't necessarily need a quarterback to throw for 400 yards a game. It's just a different game. Yeah, Purified, they're doing all right. I don't like the turnover, but they've rebounded from it. Also, I worry why Love hasn't been back in the game. I know he's been a little bit beat up. I know he's supposedly, there was no doubts he was going to play this game, but he hasn't been back in the game since he broke that big run. So hopefully it's nothing big. Hopefully they're just being careful with him. But as long as they win and he's not destroyed, they'll be all right. What up, Chosen? Yeah, they have his backup's very good too. I can't think of his name off the top of my head, but You know, they average a couple hundred yards rushing. He's not the only one, but he's the best one. He's dynamic, obviously. You're not dynamic. I mean, you got to be dynamic to rip off a 98-yard run. You know, I think Love reminds me of a bigger Reggie Bush, to be honest. And I would put him at one of the top Heisman. Oh, Chosen, you're the best, Chosen. Thank you so much. Merry Christmas to you, too, and may God be with you. You're the best, dude. You have been such a support to the show. Thank you. But I think Love is a top Heisman candidate for next year. I don't know how many guys Notre Dame's losing or whatnot, but if they can bring back most of that line or something close to it, he might make a crack at being a Heisman next year. I don't think he's going pro. I think he might be too young. 1st and 10 from the Indiana 25. Indiana's got to get a score here. They're going to run a quarterback keeper on an option. A little bootleg for a gain of a yard. And this is the thing when you get down in a ball game, 14-0's not a ton. There's plenty of time. But this can make Indiana one-dimensional. And if they're just going to sit back there and throw, Notre Dame's just going to blitz the fuck out of them. Notre Dame's got a nasty defensive front. Here it is, complete over the middle. But they sent guys. You know, Notre Dame having a 2-touchdown lead gives them a little bit more freedom on defense. Or they can send some guys and take some chances and maybe get another turnover. First and 10 from the Indiana 41. Gonna run it out to the left on a sweep. Oh, he's got some daylight. This could be trouble. Good job by Notre Dame's big guys to get upfield or downfield and make a play. That could have been a problem. Indiana moving the ball well this drive again. It seems like when Indiana crosses that 50-yard line, Notre Dame's able to tighten up a little bit. Did they? I know my Celtics lost the fucking game they shouldn't have. And they're going to run a pitch out of the shotgun for no gain. Bring up 2nd down.
To completely take away his confidence, he's feeling the pressure, and if you hit him, his confidence will be gone. So Notre Dame looking to keep the pressure on Rourke. They can feel that it's starting to affect him, guys.
Notre Dame outstanding.
Here we go. 2nd and 10. Shotgun. 4 wide receivers. Ball is tipped, almost intercepted. Was it fumbled? No, it was tipped. I didn't know if he got hit as he threw or it was tipped. Sorry, guys. It was very close. Oh, man, that could have been big problems for Indiana. This is what I'm saying. Indiana got away with a hold, too. Lucky there wasn't a flag. 3rd and 10.
But his offensive line also has to give him some time as well. It's going to be tough for him to complete passes accurately with guys in his face.
3rd down.
2 out of 4 on 3rd down.
Nothing. I don't know why they ran the ball on 3rd and 10. That was stupid. Especially at the 50-yard line. Yeah, they were all over that. Notre Dame's line was in the backfield instantly. Indiana going to punt again. The last punt they had wasn't too hot either. And this one isn't too hot either. Goes out of bounds at about the 25. The kicker's trying to just keep them inside their own 20, but he's not doing a great job about it. You know, I get you want to like not get touchbacks, but you're dropping them in where you're better off getting a touchback. Oh, they're terrible, right, Purified? Fuck, I could have dropped one from the 40. And, you know, I could have dropped one from there inside the 10. Even if you angle it. All you have to do is work on fucking punting. That's all you work on all year long. Kicking the fucking ball. Indiana's punter is, I mean, he hasn't, I get it. They're around the 20-yard line, but you got to be able to, like, you know, when you got a little chip shot like that, you got to be able to keep guys, you got to put that ball back inside the 10, the 15, you know, anything inside the 20 is good. But one of them was like a 20-yard punt. He couldn't put it inside the 10 when he only had to kick a ball 40 yards. I don't get it. Please like, share, subscribe. Chosen One, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you to everyone that gives to this channel. I'm really excited about starting the new podcast. I'm very close to being able to buy in the camera that I need. Or I'm either going to buy one really good one or I'm going to buy a couple GoPros. I'm still up in the air. There's a couple ways I can do it. But I thank you guys for all the support. I hope you all have a Merry Christmas or whatever you celebrate. I'm sorry I haven't been doing our shows recently like I was, but taking a little break. Merry Christmas, Jim. I also been giving myself a little break just because I need it. I need a break a little bit, and I've dealt with so many trolls for so long. Every once in a while, I got to give myself a break. Every once in a while, I got to give myself a day off here and there, just so I don't, you know. I've been doing better not paying attention to them, but I find when I give myself a break, if I have like a couple live streams we do and I deal with a ton of them, I notice if I give myself like a break, it seems to help. Because it's not fun dealing with assholes. It gets old. It makes it so it's not fun for anyone. Here we go. 1st and 10. Notre Dame up 14-0. Complete the pass to the right. First down. They're throwing the ball halfway decent for a team that everyone said wouldn't be able to throw. It's still snowing at my house. Shit. I gotta go out and shovel again. Fuck. So I gotta go out and shovel tomorrow for work anyway. And they're going to run it. They got Love back in the game. Takes a big hit. Hopefully he's okay. Might be a loss of a yard. I don't know. You have to wait and see, Jim. I don't know who they're playing. And one thing about the Lions is that they're so beat up right now. The Lions are really beat up. Especially on defense. I think it might start to haunt them a little bit. Love trying to break one. He's going to have nowhere to go. hurdles a player, tackled for a loss, trying to do too much. I think the Lions got one of the toughest schedules to close the season out, too. Them in Green Bay, so. 3rd and 16, shotgun. Notre Dame going to have to pass. They run a screen. It's tipped at the line. And they're going to be punting. So Indiana able to make a stop. A much-needed stop. With 7:36 to go in the first half. And that ball was tipped as well. And Indiana really needs to well, they should have enough to get by the Bears if they show up. What a weird squib punt that was. What a bunch of shitty punts tonight. Yeah, I don't know if it's because it's so cold, but I've never seen balls punted that poorly. That was terrible. Terrible. It always amazes me how other teams, like certain teams, don't invest into kickers and punters. Like, no, we're going to give all our scholarships to only like skilled positions. There's a dude that's like 6'9" that kicks like almost 60-yard field goals in college. It plays in D1 AA. Like right before the level right below. They call it D1 AA, or is what they used to call it. I forget what they call it now, but it's like you're D1, but you're a smaller school. And the kid punts too. He drops fucking bombs. Why is he playing? Like, why did no good regular D1 school give him a scholarship? I don't understand why all these teams that are fighting for national championships have horrible kickers and punters. I just don't get it. Probably because they don't got to worry about punting the ball much. But yeah, I haven't really done much with it lately, Duncan. I've still been working out and doing my walks and stuff, but it's so windy up here this time of year. To take you guys on a walk with me and work out with me, it's not really worth it because you can't hear anything. You're just going to hear the wind and it's going to drive you crazy. But I'm still like 35 pounds down, about 35 pounds down. But I've kind of fell off of, like, I'm not gaining weight, but I'm not losing it right now. I'm going to get back on it in the new year. But as long as I'm moving in the right direction, I'm doing good, I figure. Because I got to get back down. I got to really get back down to where I was. I'm starting to feel better. I still have some like health problems I'm working through. They're trying to figure out what to do about it. There we go. Indiana with the ball. 1st and 10. Shotgun. 7:26 to go in the half. Play action fake. Good job by the defense to sniff out that screen. I don't think they had any gain, maybe a yard. Great job by Zero for Notre Dame. Was all over it.
Areas in which he could improve man-to-man coverage, tackling. There's close breaks. And you want to
2nd and 9.
Championship. Now Golden said he's improved in all those areas and then some.
Oh. They stuffed the run up the middle by Indiana. Probably a loss of about 2 or 3. Going to bring up probably 3rd and 11. Unless they give him a major spot. No, I don't play video games. I used to a little bit. I like them and shit, but it's really not productive. I've thought about doing it online, but I get trolled enough. You know how trolled I would get if I played video games too? Whoa. Is that complete? Nice catch by number 13 by Indiana on the 3rd and long. Yeah, and even then, it's like, I know some people do well with it, but nice job by the Notre Dame defense. Why is there a flag on that play? We'll see what happened there. Here we go. Yeah, it sucks, Chosen. And my thing is, I think I got like a group of them. Or I got like a couple that have like massive amounts of other names. So they can just switch to another name, switch to another name, switch to another username, switch to another account. Penalty on Notre Dame. Rough call. Calls on clock. It wasn't that bad. I don't know. That's a close one. I don't think I would have called that one. It wasn't like he was pulling on him. Here we go from the Notre Dame 39. Shotgun, Indiana. Throws. Incomplete. Out of bounds. Not even close. Receiver and quarterback were not on the same page there whatsoever. 5:44 to go in the first half. Notre Dame up 14-0. 2nd and 10. It's starting to snow in South Bend, Indiana. Three wide receivers, single back, tight end, shotgun, fake the run, throw, caught, complete, over the middle. Brought down after a gain of about 14. Indiana starting to move the ball well. They're going to run a screen. Good job of tackling, but he breaks it. He'll be dragged out of bounds again. Gain of about 6. Down to 4:50 to play in the half. They run it up the middle. Notre Dame stuffs it.
Tough down and distance here, but the guy I'm looking at, not Curtis Rourke, is number 13, Surratt. If I get one-on-one with him, he's the guy I'm going after.
3rd and 5. Crowd is roaring. 3 wide receivers, tight end, single back, shotgun snap. Oh, direct snap to the running back. They sniffed that out right away. Notre Dame wasn't falling for that one. It's going to bring up about 4th and 4. See if they go for it or kick one. Indiana's gone for on about 60% of fourth downs inside opponents' territories this season. 9 seconds left on the play clock. They got to get a play off or call a timeout. 4th and 4, they're going to call timeout. Notre Dame's going crazy.
Signetti wants a little more time to think about it. 14-0 Notre Dame.
See what they elect to do. These are tough calls to make. When you play a good defense, just because you're getting closer to the end zone doesn't mean it gets easier for you. Sometimes it makes it tougher because you don't have as much room to work with. You don't have as much field. And sometimes if you have a good defense, it actually helps the defense. But Indiana needs some kind of points. I don't know if working without. Thank you, Duncan. Good night, brother. Appreciate you. God bless you too. I don't know if 3 points helps you in this game. But it might. I mean, how much faith do you have in your defense? One big play cost you 6 or 7 points already. Other than that, you guys have played all right. You had one big play you gave up and one good drive. You might want to kick the 3. It's a tough call. It's a tough call. Because 3 points only get you within 11. It's still a 2-score game. And you still need 2 touchdowns. Or you need a touchdown and an extra point to tie. Excuse me, a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. You need a field goal and a touchdown with a 2-point conversion to tie the game if you go for 3 here. And that's if you keep Notre Dame off the board.
Line now. Wrapped around him. Looks like after the timeout, Kirk Signetti's going to send the field goal team out. You like that decision?
I think if it were 3 or less, maybe 4th and 2, I'd feel better about going for it. The 4th and 4 is a much.
Yeah, 4th and 4 is a tough one. I don't know if I would go for it on 4th and 4. Maybe if it was like 4th and 2, 4th and 1. 4th and 4 is a long conversion. Notre Dame's defense has played well. They've got you to turn the ball over down this end of the field. You know they're going to bring the heat. So they send out the kicking squad. 4th and 4. Going to try and get some points on the board before the half. Kick is up, and it's good right down the middle. Good job by the Indiana special teams unit to get some points. Notre Dame leaves 14-3. $3:26 to go in the first half. Pretty impressed with Notre Dame's defense so far. Oh, it's all good, Duncan. Don't sweat it. It's okay to make a mistake. It's okay to make a mistake, buddy. Just don't do it again. I'm kidding. Don't do it again. I'm playing. Don't ever worry about, don't wind yourself so tight. I do the same thing to myself too, Duncan. Especially when I was younger. Don't be so hard on yourself. And most of the time, people are kidding around. Like Chosen said, he's just kidding. Well, don't beat yourself up over dumb shit. Oh, shit. So let's see if Notre Dame can get some more points before the half. Notre Dame does get the ball back to start the second half.
First game of the playoff, first year of the 12-team format. A lot of firsts. This is the first Friday game ever at Notre Dame Stadium. It was opened in 1930. They have played on Fridays before, most recently back in 1900. A 5-0 Irish win over Chicago surgeons and physicians. Who's on the mound? Actually, Mike Swanson, Statsman, put stats in that game. It's an easy job for him, a low-scoring game. Derek McCormick kicks off. Jaden Harrison's going to try it. And he regrets that decision. Dropped at the 17-yard line. Kick off your NFL Sunday at 10 a.m. with the countdown crew at ESPN.
First and 10 from the Fighting Irish 17. Not much of a return on the kickoff. Yeah, don't even feed the trolls, Duncan. Please. I find that the more I ignore them, the better it works. 4 wide receivers, first down. Quarterback's going to run it out of bounds for a gain of about 3. Yeah, I just chose not to even pay attention anymore. If some of them get stupid, I'll give them it back. But I'm really trying to work on that. Just don't pay attention to them. They'll go away. Or they'll get removed. It's complete fucking stupidity. Here we go. 2nd and 7. Quarterback keeper up the middle. Gain of a yard, maybe 2. Yeah, don't even tell him, Duncan. He knows what it says. You're a fucking idiot. You're dealing with an idiot. When people talk stupid, don't even pay attention. It's not even worth it. They're just looking for attention because they have 0 life. Third and 6. 2 minutes, 10 seconds to go in the half. And we're going to come to the 2-minute warning. Notre Dame up. It's 14-3. Yeah, I just ignore it because they're morons. They know what it says. They're just looking for attention. So we'll see what happens here with about 2 minutes to go in the half. Another TV timeout. Yeah, we might cover that fight tomorrow night. We'll see. See what happens. Nah, fuck George. He's just looking for attention. That's retarded shit. Everyone knows what that sign looks like. That's retard shit. Like, please give me attention. Please give me attention any way you can. Even if I gotta act like a fucking moron to get it.
In the game day gang, standing by already 4 hours of game day, led by the incomparable Reese Davis. From the Notre Dame campus just outside Notre Dame Stadium. 3rd down and 6.
Here we go, 3rd and 6. 4 wide receivers. Single back to the right. Shotgun. Notre Dame needs a 1st down here. Send the tight end in motion. I'm going to throw as he's hit. Complete. Indiana's trying to say it was incomplete. I don't see how that was incomplete. It didn't look like it on the original play at full speed. I'm going to see right now. Oh, that was a good catch. Looked like one to me. Oh, that's a catch. I don't know what you're talking about. If this gets reversed, I'm going to be pissed. That's a good catch. His hand's underneath it. Traps it against his body. That's a catch.
Eugene Semko, so we bring in for the first time tonight Matt Austin from his well-heated home. Matt, what say you? Good evening, friend.
Good evening. I agree with you guys. The ball hit the ground, in my opinion.
Confirmed. So there was enough evidence to say it was a catch, Matt. Sorry for the interruption.
It's confirmed a catch. 1st down. You better be a hard worker. It's hard to do. It was hard to become monetized. It takes a lot of work. You got to have 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours. It's not easy. Unless you want to deal with morons nonstop.
think he's gotten healthier with the extra time off. He's actually kicked more in practice and
First and 10. Shotgun. He's going to run it. Nice little run by the quarterback. Gain of 7. Minute 30 to go. Bring up 2nd and 3, 2nd and 4. Notre Dame's got all their timeouts. I don't know why they're not using any. 2nd and 4 from their own 37. Scrambling, running. First down. I would use a timeout now. I think they are. Or the clock stops because it's a first down. 59, 58, 57. First and 10 for Notre Dame. 3 wide receivers and a tight end. Single back. Throws a screen over the middle. Caught. Breaks a tackle or two. He's going to be brought down about 2 yards shy of the first. You got to use a timeout, Notre Dame. I don't know why they haven't used one yet. So Notre Dame uses their first timeout. Yeah, I hear you, Chosen. I hear you. Notre Dame out of the shotgun, 2nd and 1, 42 seconds to go in the half. 3 wide receivers, a single back. Tight end. They're going to go deep down the right sideline. He's got his man. Incomplete. Good coverage. Decent throw. I don't know why the guy's shaking his finger. He didn't really do much. Yeah, you are. Especially if you've got a good woman that won't ditch you. You definitely are. Shotgun again. Notre Dame going to run it up the middle. Oh, he breaks a tackle. Breaks another one. Notre Dame's very close to field goal range now with 30 seconds left in the half. First and 10 again. In trouble. Incomplete. Notre Dame, I think, would like to get a couple more yards here to make this a more makeable field goal. Are all your kids from her, Chosen? Like you guys had 4 kids together? Three wide receivers and a tight end. Single back shotgun. In trouble. Throws. Incomplete. Hit hard. Bring up 3rd and 10. Yeah. Be careful. Just be careful. Don't kill yourself. Trust me. I learned the hard way. Be careful how much of yourself you give. But I can only speak from my own experience. I'm just saying, be careful. Third and 10. Notre Dame out of the shotgun again. They run a screen. Nice job. Gain of about 4 or 5. Clock's running down. They're going to call a timeout, I believe. Might attempt a field goal here. And they do call the timeout.
All game long, all season long, this is obviously a really tough spot to be in if you're Mitch Jeter.
He's such a terrific kicker. 2 years at South Carolina, he made 23 out of 25, but he's had a groin injury and a hip problem, lost his confidence. For a while, Marcus Freeman said they really weren't practicing him at all. But in this 3-week interlude since their last game, they went the other way. So, okay, you're healthy. You're going to kick a lot, get your confidence back. They thought he was excellent in practice. So we'll see. This is a long one. Going to be a 49-yard try, which would be his longest of the season.
Come on, baby.
Made a 48-yarder against Louisville.
Notre Dame trying to kick a 49-yard field goal with 11 seconds left in the half. The kick is up. It looks long enough. It looks straight enough. It's good. Nice kick by Jeter. That was big. Puts Notre Dame back up by 2 touchdowns. Awesome. Awesome job. Jeter's been injured too. And then he had some problems. He didn't have much confidence after getting hurt. And then he took a few weeks off, got his head right, got healthy, and he comes in and just knocks down a 49-yarder with 7 seconds to go in the half to put Notre Dame back up by 2 scores, 2 touchdowns, 17-3. 7 seconds to go in the first half.
A 14-point lead. Only 7 seconds to go.
Also big, too, with Notre Dame deferring to the second
What's
half.
up, Pablo?
Chance to go 2 for 1 coming out.
I hope so.
Third quarter.
I'll talk about it in 1 minute.
Irish will get the ball first. Start the second half. Eddie Goins. Fair catch. Apparently they're going to do that all night long. I think at a certain point they might try one. Solomon Van Horst held onto it. ABC has FCS championship.
7 seconds to go in the first half. Notre Dame up 17-3. I would imagine Indiana's just going to take a knee and go into the half down. What's up, Perp? I don't know about upgrades about what you're talking about, Chosen. I'm sorry. I'm not much of a techie. Believe it or not. They're going to run the ball. Gain of about 5 or 6. That's going to be the end of the half. End of the first half, Notre Dame up 17-3. Still a lot of time to play. Yeah, I think I'm going to let it grow. I think I'm going to braid it, Jay. Seriously. I donate my hair too. I let it grow and I donate it to Locks for Love. I've done it before. They make wigs for like kids with cancer. So they don't got to walk around being bald and shit. But yeah, it's getting long. If I wet it, you'll see how much longer it is. Yeah, I'm letting it grow. Yeah, I wouldn't do dreads. They're too much work. But I would get rows. I don't even want to get rows. I just want to do 2 braids. Really. I'm sick of living my life where everyone wants me to look a certain way. I'm about to start doing shit what I've been wanting to do. I live my whole life doing shit for other people. I'm fucking done. I'm done living for fucking everyone else. I've done it my whole life. I'm not doing it no more. But yeah, I think the Celtics got a good shot if they stay healthy. Who was the Celtics fan? Pablo Lamons. I think they'll be all right if they stay healthy. As long as they don't get greedy and they continue to take good shots, they got a good shot at it. You know, I always worry about Porzingis. If Porzingis is not healthy and Al is not healthy, then you got big problems. No, he just got hurt again, Pablo. He's not. He just got hurt like a couple days ago. It's supposedly it's nothing serious, but I mean it's always nothing serious. Yeah, he got hurt again. Halftime of the game, guys. Notre Dame's up 17-3. They lost to the Bulls last night. That was not the Bulls have been playing good, I heard, but I don't know. I haven't been able to get into the NBA this year for some reason. I don't know why. I'm not into it like I have been. But supposedly it's just a right heel contusion. Guess he's just got a little issue with his heel. But if they can stay healthy, they play defense, and they take good shots, they should be good. Yeah, hopefully. Hopefully. The NBA has just done a lot of fuck shit I don't like lately. Like, every year they fuck it up more. Like, the All-Star game this year, they're doing like a draft for the All-Star team. And there's going to be 3 or 4 different teams that got to play against each other. And on top of it, they're going to have like the rookie team be part of it. And just play East versus West All-Star game. And it's not about the Euro step. It's about they just do dumb shit to try and make it like they think it's going to make it interesting, and it makes it stupid. Like I'll show you what they're going to do. It's halftime right. I'm sorry, it's halftime right now, guys. So we'll talk about some other stuff until the game starts again. I'm going to play a video that shows you it, and it's just fucking stupid. Do whatever you got to do, Kenneth. Go get your grind on. You don't got to update me every 2 minutes, buddy. Do your thing. I love you, bro, but do your fucking thing. I think the drones are United States drones. I looked into it the other day, did a whole thing on it. The only thing I can find that makes sense, that I actually have some knowledge on, that I could find things on, there was a nuclear... I don't know what you call it. It's not like nuclear waste, but it's like nuclear... I don't know if you call it like nuclear product or nuclear... nuclear material. There was nuclear material that on December 2nd was supposed to arrive in New Jersey at a military base that never showed up. So what I think has happened is I think those drones are flying around looking for it. I don't know if it's a nuclear payload. I don't know what you want to call it. I don't know if it's a fucking, you know what. They can equip drones. They have planes and they have drones. They fly all over the world that look out for stuff like that. And the only thing that makes sense to me, that's not like super conspiracy theory, is that these drones are flying around trying to, and they have equipment on them that can detect nuclear material. And I think that's what they're doing. That's what I think. And I think that's why you see them everywhere, because they're looking for them. They're looking for it. I'm going to show you guys what it is now going on with the NBA All-Star game, why I'm getting sick of the NBA. And I'm just sick of the NBA being woke and the dumb shit that goes on with the wokeness. There's a few things I'm sick of with the NBA. I don't like all the woke bullshit. I don't like how they sit all the good players whenever they think they fucking play too much. So the fans spend all this money and don't get to see the best players. I don't like how the NBA funds the WNBA and all the dumb shit that goes on with that. How these women players complain about Caitlin Clark and complain that they don't make enough money when every year the league never makes a dollar. It loses money. And the NBA is the only reason there's a women's league, and they try to shit on men. So I have a lot of reasons why I've had enough with the NBA, in all honesty. And like, I used to go to like 4 or 5 games a year. I can only afford to go to maybe 1. And on top of it, it's like, even when I go to the Celtics games, which usually you got like diehard fans, it's not diehard fans no more. It's like a bunch of people that have money, and they're all like TikToking throughout the game. It's like, it's no one's there to watch the game. It's like being on a fucking red carpet. Like, people are there doing the fucking, and it's okay to take a couple videos. I get it. You know, I have a YouTube channel. I'm not against that shit. But when it's like it's become a status symbol to go to a game. And that's why no one can afford to go anymore. Because it's like a fucking, it's like an event. Like, you know what I mean? It's like, yeah, me and the girls are going to the ball game, and, you know, you get a lot of that shit. And another part of it I don't like is that if you say you have like league, I used to have League Pass, right? League Pass is useless. Like, I live near Boston, I can't watch Celtics game with League Pass. I can watch a bunch of other games, but I can't watch the team I like. So I got to pay extra money to watch the fucking channels that they're on. Like, why do I have League Pass? And then because I live close to my favorite team, I can't watch them. Not right. It's fucking whack. Whack. And then on top of it, like, they've changed the rules of the NBA with, like, there's no more traveling, really. There's fucking, everything's a foul. I got a lot of gripes. But this All-Star game shit's annoying as fuck. You got a corny in-season tournament that means nothing. That you're just robbing people for money to watch. That tournament don't mean shit. It doesn't help anyone get closer to the playoffs or make it so someone's got home court advantage, or it's just a fucking money grab. All they're doing is just robbing people every chance they get. But this is the All-Star game format. And I'll turn on the volume.
A negative play because he's going to.
Well, I thought this was really corny. You got 3 All-Star teams of 8 players each, and the Rising Stars game winner. And then you have 2 semifinal games up to 40 points, and the winners advance to a finals game. Why don't we just do the East versus the West? Have a 3-point fucking competition and a dunk contest like we always have. Like, they just keep fucking with everything to where it's like, it's corny. It's bad enough no one shows up and plays defense.
In the NBA, in 2025, that is true. The NBA All-Star Game has a new format again. This time it's moving to a tournament-style competition featuring 4 teams. So there's going to be 3 teams of All-Stars with 8 players each, and then a 4th team made up of Rising Stars winners. So there will be 2 semifinal games up to 40 points, and then a championship game with each player on the winning team getting $125,000. And while the league hopes to energize its showcase event, Doc Rivers, Kevin Durant, they have already voiced strong criticism here. Here's what Anthony Davis had to say about these changes.
I don't really like it, but we'll see how it goes this year.
And then on top of it, the players don't like it either. So how the fuck is that cool? Oh, we're going to give each guy on the winning team $125,000. That isn't shit to these guys. That means nothing to any of these people. They make so much fucking money. $125,000 is nothing. They should make them donate it, in all honesty. I'm not saying these guys should play for free, but, like, do something where, like, it can go to something all these guys like, and then maybe they'll be motivated to play. But this is just corny. It's fucking it's stupid. It's a waste of time. It's like a wannabe fucking Royal Rumble of basketball.
See if they change that or not. Maybe go back to like East West. 4 teams and multiple games and all that stuff. I don't think a lot of players don't like that. But we'll see. See how it goes.
I don't think it's a good sign when you have this many prominent players already saying, yeah, we'll see how it goes. I'm not really sure how I feel about this, but you, Tim, spoke to Commissioner Adam Silver yesterday. A select group of reporters were able to ask him some questions. What did he say about why they made this specific change?
Well, they made these changes because the NBA has essentially given up on the ability to have a competitive all-star game, and so they're going to try to have an entertaining night. I mean, it's basically what he said, that last year he made it very loud and clear that he thought there was going to be more competition in the game and that he was wrong. The game did not have that. And so they've worked with the Players Association to try to come up with some sort of format that they think will create a fun atmosphere. And he didn't seem super excited about it. To say he was optimistic, but, you know, I think if more than anything, it's an admission of an inability to get this to where the NBA wants it to go.
And so now we see yet another change here. Brian, what do you think about this new format?
Well, it took you like multiple pages on your script there to read all the rules. I'm just going to say it needs 32
And I'm still
players.
confused, by the way.
It needs 32 players to work, right? But there's only 24 All-Stars. So are they going to have more All-Stars? No. Even though there should be more All-Stars, they're not going to have more All-Stars because that's bad for business, because then we have to get paid more. So they're going to have 8 rookie sophomores play in this setting. Like, what? Like, why is that an answer? Like, I'm sorry. Like,
because there is no good answer. That's why.
I mean, and that's what Adam said. By the way, when you say he's given up, you're not making fun of him. That's what he said.
Yes.
On the record.
Yeah, look, that ship sailed. It's a collective ideology. It's a mentality amongst the players. Until that changes, you're never going to get anything that looks remotely competitive or even like natural, like real basketball. We all know that's not what that is. So whatever, let the league try something different. The only thing that might get a little bit of rise out of some of these guys is we don't want to lose to the young fellas, right? I guess that's the thinking here.
I don't think they care.
A group of 8 All-Stars taking on 8 first and second year players.
It only works if the first and second year players come with the proper energy.
And their game looks a lot like the NBA All-Star game. So they're even seeing what these guys do. Yeah. So when they're putting that same format, they conduct themselves the same way. It's just I don't see how you get it back.
Well, to your point, that was what Adam Silver's point was last night. He said that when you look at the overall landscape and the new generation of players, they just don't see the All-Star game with that kind of, they need to show up with that kind of intensity to play that
It's
way.
wild to me because that is like diametrically opposed to what it is to be a great player in any sport at any time. And I do understand that there's money that is an incentive, right? Like you guys have huge contracts, so you don't necessarily feel like this moves the needle per se, you know, to play for money or to play for X, Y, and Z. Your goal is to win in the playoffs and to win championships. But still, this is like one day just for the fans. And I think the OGs, the old heads, understand this. I know that Steph Curry has been involved in conversations because he is playing and serving as host, and he's bought it. And Kevin Durant, whenever he touches the floor, he plays hard. LeBron James shows up. Like, the issue that we have is just an issue
Slady's so full of shit.
And valuing something that you should never.
Yeah, every time the fucking KD touches the floor, he plays hard my ass. I've bought tickets to 3 different games to see KD play in Boston. He's never played in one. He always takes the fucking night off. Every time he's in Boston. All these dudes do. Oh, Boston's a racist city. Well, maybe because you guys never fucking play there. Maybe if you fucking showed up and played, people wouldn't talk shit to you. Just like Kyrie. Oh, I'll never leave Boston. I love it here. he gave up on Boston and fucking screwed. Screwed. I think they're a bunch of fucking prima donnas. Not all of them, but a lot of them. LeBron as well. I fucking had it with LeBron. And then you got coaches like Doc Rivers and fucking Doc Rivers and Steve Kerr speaking at Kamala Harris's shit. Shut the fuck up and coach. Like, I'm over it. Over it. You know? And it's been going downhill for a while. But ever since they shut down everything for COVID, that was like the beginning of the end. And I'm glad at least my team seems to hold it together for the most part. That's one thing I'll say about the Celtics. Whenever I go see them, there's usually never anyone that sits. Unless it's like towards the end of the season or someone's like legitimately beat up. Like I've always gotten to see fucking Tatum play. I've always gotten to see Brown play. I've gotten to see Porzingis play a few times when he's not hurt. But whoever we play against, almost always they bench someone. I went to go see them when it was Kyrie's first game back in Boston, KD sat, didn't play. And we gave Kyrie hell. We got all over Kyrie. I call Kyrie Kyrie. And I got pretty good seats. My friend has season tickets, so I buy tickets off him. They're about 15 to 20 rows in back of the, like on an angle, in back of the hoop, but not way behind the hoop, like on an angle in between the hoop and the Celtics bench. So I can scream at players and they can hear me. And I get all over Kyrie. I call him Kyrie. He fucking loses it. But people don't say racist shit like they say. It's 2024. You say things like that, people punch you in the face. Not to mention, it's not like it's just white people that go to the games. Like, especially up here in the Northeast, it's a melting pot. You go to the Boston Garden or you go to fucking Madison Square Garden, you can't talk like that. People will knock you the fuck out. But they just lie. They talk massive shit and lie. I'm sure they deal with some of it, but it's not like they say it is. I'm so sick of people acting like we live in 1930. It's ridiculous. But that's my problems with the fucking NBA. It's too bad. It's really too bad. Like, and then I gotta hear fucking Doc Rivers and Steve Kerr tell me how I should vote for Kamala Harris. Go fuck yourself. Like, enough. Anyway, let's get back to the football action. Here we go. Start of the second half. Notre Dame getting the ball back. They lead 17-3.
The only other time they trailed in the second half this season was against Ohio State in their only loss of the year in Columbus. Jaden Harrison, they run a reverse. Jordan.
Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Go. Oh, go. Nasty. Notre Dame just ran a reverse. Yeah, that's right, Kai. Because the men's league pays for them to even be able to play. That's how much money the league makes. That they can fund a league that makes nothing. But we got to hear how women are how women don't get treated right. That are athletes. So Notre Dame ran a reverse off of that kickoff, and they brought the ball all the way down to the 47-yard line of Indiana. Notre Dame's going to start out of the shotgun, and I think there's going to be a false start, or they might have let the play clock run down.
Stressed aggression in the locker room. He said especially on special teams to steal some momentum, so he has to be happy with how they came out of the half. He said he also wants to be aggressive, find different ways to run the ball. Told quarterback Riley Leonard continue to play with confidence.
Here we go. Notre Dame up 17-3, first and 15 from their own 48 after the penalty. He's going to throw a little screen to Love. First down. Gain of about 13. Good to see Love back in the game. Well, no, there's some racism, Chosen. There's shit that happens. But not anything like they claim. It's not a massive fucking issue. There we go. 2nd and 7. Oh, I forgot there was a penalty. I thought that was a first down. I'm sorry. I'll bring up 3rd down.
improvement this year. He said, I was home one night talking to my wife, Minette, and then she said, well, let's take a look.
Is Notre Dame 3rd and 6 out of a shotgun, empty backfield. Oh, excuse me, single back. 4 wide receivers. They move the running back and tight end. In motion. Snap. Throw. What a grab, complete. Oh, he dropped it. Son of a bitch. He had it and let it fall. What a shame. Good throw. Oh, should have had that one. Right where it needed to be, just couldn't bring it in. It's really cold there. I think they're struggling a little bit with the cold. We've seen the punters have really struggled. I don't know if it's field position or cold or just poor punting. It's supposedly not very windy. This looks like a first decent punt of the night. It'll be a fair catch around the 12-yard line of Indiana. So after a nice return by Notre Dame, they're unable to move the ball, and they punt. Indiana will start the drive after the commercial around their own 13-yard line, down by 2 touchdowns. TV timeout. And then you look at like LeBron. It's still on higher levels. Notre Dame's up by 2 touchdowns, 17-3. Indiana just got the ball back at the beginning of the 3rd quarter. But, I just think a lot of the athletes are fucking pussies, quite frankly, for all the money they make. A lot of these people in entertainment are just puppets. We've watched so many videos on it. And the more I realize it, the less time I waste on things. That's why I watch more college sports than anything. The last few years, I really enjoy college basketball. My team's usually pretty good, and they're not a big school, but they're in the mix every year. So I feel like it's fairer. I feel like the college guys still try. Even though they're getting paid for it, they still try. And that's the thing, too. A lot of these guys, now they're getting paid in college. So they're still trying because they still got to make it to the pros. But they're rich by the time they become pros now. First contract is for a pro basketball player, they're making hundreds of millions with their endorsements. Indiana going to run out of the shotgun, back to pass. Under trouble, sacked at their own 3-yard line. Oh, this could be bad. I think Notre Dame might have just lost one of their best linemen. He's grabbing his knee. Oh, no, this is bad. This could cost Notre Dame its season if this is that bad. Oh, no. Riley Mills is down. He's a senior. He's 6'5", 295, out of Lake Bluff, Illinois. TV timeout. He's probably their best defensive lineman, maybe their best defensive player. This is bad. And the kid's a stud. Fuck. They're talking about him being a high draft pick. That sucks. What's up, prospect? So we have an injury timeout right now. Notre Dame leads 7-3. Excuse me, 17-3. Just got a big sack, but may have lost one of their best players. And the way he's grabbing his leg does not look good. Does not look good at all. Oh, my God. I just watched the whole thing on Riley Mills. Pre-game, just getting to learn some of the players. He seemed like such a nice kid, man. It seems like he's got a nice girlfriend. They went shopping for his mother because her birthday was leading up to the game. And they were all going to be together to watch the game and hopefully make a run for a national championship and get ready to become a pro. Fucking sad. Most of these guys have insurance on themselves, but still. He's a tough, big dude. He's jacked. For him to go down like that, I've never seen that kid hurt like that. Could be bad news.
Big loss if he cannot continue. He's had an outstanding year. There have been times tonight where he's been unblockable, including the play just a moment ago, but a little friendly fire as his right leg hits Jalen Sneed, number 3, who's also arriving at Curtis Rourke and kind of leg whips him. It's good to see him walk off under his own power, but if he can't return for the Irish, that's potentially a massive loss up front.
Yeah, it's a big loss if he don't come back. He walked off under his own power. Hopefully just like got a little hyperextended or nervous. 2nd and 18. Indiana on its own 4-yard line. Shotgun, single back, 3 wide receivers. Tight end up on the line. Notre Dame looking like they're going to bring the heat. They run it for no gain. There's a flag on the play. We'll see if this is a false start or Notre Dame jumped. It looked like it could have been one or the other. Sorry, my chat froze. Offsides on the defense. They'll replay 2nd down. It'll be 2nd and 13 from the Indiana 9-yard line. Really loud in South Bend. Crowd's going crazy. They run a reverse. Notre Dame's defense does a great job sniffing it out. Gain of a yard, maybe 2. They're going to give him a nice spot. They're going to give him a gain of 2 yards. It shouldn't even have been that.
Holden is one of the finalists for the Frank Broyles Award as the top assistant coach in the country. Yeah, they've done an
points of guys that can make a huge impact.
3rd and 11. It's a big play for both teams. Notre Dame can get off the field here and force Indiana to punt. It'd be huge. Here's the snap. Oh, they're on him. Sacked. Rock sacked again. Fumbles. Able to pick the ball up quickly. Notre Dame's defensive front continues to cause major problems for everyone they've played. Another sack. Second big sack of this drive. And Indiana's going to have to punt out of their own end zone. Their punter has been horrible all night long. Be interesting to see what happens here. They have to punt. He's going to be punting out of the very back of the end zone. Looks like he finally got a hold of one. It's going to be caught at the 50-yard line for Notre Dame and returned for a gain of about 10. So Notre Dame will start their drive around the 40-yard line, I believe, of Indiana. And Indiana's coach is losing it. He is not a happy camper. Oh, I hope Notre Dame's stud will be okay going forward. That's a bit disheartening. Especially being the senior. So 1st and 10 for Notre Dame. 11 minutes to go in the 3rd quarter. They run an option to the running back. Gain of 2, maybe 3. Be 2nd and 8. Marcus Freeman arguing with the referee, the head coach of Notre Dame, telling him to do his job right. Can read his lips. 2nd and 8. 2 wide receivers, 2 tight ends. They're going to run a screen. They're going to find the wide receiver for a first down, it looks like. Not a very good spot, but it'll be just enough. That was a tricky little play.
In an era where you're seeing less and less teams that are lunch-pail, blue-collar, hard-hitting football teams, Notre Dame has not lost a step whatsoever. They are extremely physical on both sides of the ball.
1st and 10 for Notre Dame, 9:50 to go. 1st and 10 from the Indiana 33-yard line. Out of the shotgun, they hand it off. Big run. Gain of about 9. We'll see if Notre Dame just starts to milk the clock a little bit as well. We know their strength is the running game. They're in the driver's seat up by 2 touchdowns. If they can continue to rip off big runs, they might be able to suck some time out of this game. Run this clock down quickly. 2nd and 1. Oh, almost a bad snap. Back to throw. Finds his receiver over the middle, barely. That was a dangerous play. They were fortunate that it wasn't a broken play. That was dangerous. Ooh. Nice catch. Tough catch. And 1st and 10 with 8:40 to go in the 3rd quarter. Notre Dame's got double tight ends. Double wide receivers out to the left. Single back. They run it again up the middle. Gain of 2. But this is when things get tough for a team like Indiana. You've only put 3 points on the board all game long. And things keep getting worse offensively for them. They got sacked twice on their last possession. Punt out of their own end zone. Now Notre Dame's just starting to milk time. Double tight end, double wide receiver, shotgun snap, single back to pass. He's going to take off and try to run and get sacked. Good job by the Indiana defense. Carpenter with the sack. That was a big play for the Indiana defense. $7:20 to go in the third quarter. 3rd and 14. 4 wide receivers and a single running back to the left out of the shotgun. Back to pass. He's in trouble. He's scrambling out to the left. Bootleg. In trouble. Going to scramble. Gets hit. Well, he ran out of bounds and got hit. And this is going to be a personal foul on Indiana. What a bad play. Stupid play. I don't know why he hit him. He was already out of bounds. Dangerous, spiteful, disgusting play by the Indiana player. Why would you do that? I understand you're upset. I understand things aren't going your way. But you get fucking people hurt that way.
That big screen.
Gross.
He's not going to like what he sees because that was pretty clear that Riley Leonard was giving himself going out of bounds, and in pursuit, Carpenter hits him really hard and right there on the sideline.
No need.
Officials are talking about it. There was a flag thrown.
After the play, personal foul, late hit out of bounds. Defense number 99.
Throw him out.
Rushing penalty for Indiana. And Riley Leonard right there clearly giving himself up. Where's his foot as he's going out of bounds? I think that's probably what Signetti is trying to argue, but he's way into the white, so he's clearly
out of the white by the time he finishes shoving him.
He's clearly outside of the penalty.
Fucking asshole. He gave himself up. He was already out of bounds. Why would you blast the guy? That type of shit drives me nuts. Here we go. Notre Dame, first down, going to run an end around for a big gain of maybe 7, maybe 8. Nice job by Thomas. The big tight end already with a touchdown reception. This is a big possession. That was a big penalty, and there was no need for it. And it's horrible for Indiana because if he makes the play and doesn't hit him and just lets him go out of bounds, Notre Dame's kicking a field goal. 2nd and 2 from the Indiana 4-yard line. Notre Dame going to run it. And there's going to be no gain. They're going to be tackled for a loss of 2. Bring up 3rd down. 5 minutes and 48 seconds to go in the third quarter. I'm surprised Riley Leonard's even in there after the hit he took. Carpenter should have been tossed. That was fucking ridiculous. 7 seconds to get a playoff. 6, 5, 4. 3rd and 4. The snap. They run a screen. Complete. Going to get tackled in the backfield. Oh, no, he fights it off. I don't think he went down. That should have been a touchdown. I didn't see a knee hit. I don't know if the rules are different.
Just refusing to go down. He looked like he was going to be stopped multiple times, but there's the left
I don't know.
right
Close.
left elbow.
Oh, the elbow.
Places, so clear, but great effort. And
good call. I was wrong. It was very close. So Notre Dame's going to line up for a field goal.
With a big field goal try to make it a 3-score game.
Oh, they're going to fake one.
They shift out. And how about this formation? It's so creative on special teams. They throw it out wide to Evans, the tight end. And he didn't get there. Short by a yard. Nettie was running down the sideline. I think they called a timeout. Marcus Freeman's happy about that because they didn't get the first down. Marcus
Nice.
is smiling as if to say that's what we really wanted, just to force.
Good job by the Notre Dame coach to force a timeout. Nice, Chosen. That's funny shit. Hey, no Diddy. I'll show you guys how good I am at catching shit one day. My buddy can throw, or I can have anyone do it, but no Diddy. My friends and shit, I used to practice when I was a little kid. I would watch movies with my grandmother when I was sick as a little kid. And she would throw shit to me in the hospital bed and I would catch it. I got good at it. And I learned how to fucking catch shit. I could catch shit from fucking... You could throw a grape from like 40 feet away, 50 feet away. As long as you throw it up in the air, I could catch it. I swear to God. To this day. Fucking catch anything. 4th and 8. Notre Dame going to try the field goal. It's up and good, but there's a flag. See what happened.
Yeah, they have their names on their backs tonight, so you know it's Salerno.
False start. Offense, number 72, 5-yard penalty.
Full start on Notre Dame. Son of a bitch. So they'll retry the field goal.
This brings it back to a 33-yarder. Make it a 3-score game.
This is a big kick.
With under 4.5 to go in the third quarter.
Get in there.
Well struck.
4:21 to go. Notre Dame up 20-3. Not a bad showing. Notre Dame's taking a little bit of a beating tonight, though. Even though they're winning, they've gotten a few guys a little bit beat up. That's one of my worries. And it was one of my worries going into this game. Love had been beat up. Haven't seen much of him since he ripped off that 98-yard touchdown run. And then now to lose a stud defensive lineman. It's a little scary. Little scary. TV timeout. Thank you for the love from UK. Salute. Let's check out the poll. Notre Dame. Who do you want to win? 63% say Notre Dame. 37% say Indiana. Hopefully Notre Dame doesn't have a meltdown. TV timeout. Wonder how my college basketball team made out tonight. Oh, they lost by 2 points. Motherfucker. Can't even beat fucking St. John's. Ugh. Killing me. Let's get back to the Notre Dame Indiana game. Notre Dame kicking off 20-3 lead. About 4 minutes to go in the third quarter, I'd say.
One of these short kickoffs. Nope. Fair catch signaled by Solomon Van Horst on the kick by Eddie Goins. Here's Molly.
Sean, Notre Dame defensive tackle Riley Mills came out of the injury tent walking gingerly, favoring his right leg. Athletic training staff made him put a brace on that right knee, which he was hesitant to do. He told teammates he's fine, but he was moving with a noticeable limp. It looks like he'll try out this brace and see if it helps, guys.
Well, with a 17-point lead right now, he's just on the sideline. No need to put him back in there right now if, in fact, they intend to do that at all. Had a terrific.
So it'd be nice to see Riley Mills not have to play the rest of the game, or Love, and get some rest before they play Georgia if they can get past Indiana. Nice job. What a tackle. Nice play by the defensive back for Notre Dame, number 1. Wow. Clock with a big play.
Tackling in the open field, where Dirk Cicetti's defense has really struggled. Notre Dame's not allowing any space for these.
Indiana averages 43 points a game. They've only scored 3 against Notre Dame tonight. 2nd and 11 for Indiana. 4 wide receivers, single back to the right. Out of the shotgun. They run a screen. Notre Dame sniffs it out, but not before they gain about 6-7 yards. Which will bring up like a 3rd and 3. Notre Dame's defense looks really, really good. I know I'm a Notre Dame fan, but them guys are just flying around. They do a good job getting outside. Everything Indiana's tried outside has been shut down. Any type of screen, any type of reverse. Out of the shotgun, again. Notre Dame on his ass again, throws one up in the air, off his hands, incomplete. Yeah, the Notre Dame defensive front is just getting after the quarterback for Indiana. He got hit pretty good throwing that one. Right off the hand. It wasn't a bad throw. He just, not much you can do when you're getting chased down every play. And James Evans back into punt again. Rourke really frustrated, the quarterback for Indiana. Doesn't matter how good you are when you're getting hit every time you throw. And something happened on this play. There's a flag. And Indiana's going to get backed up more. Full start. Notre Dame changed their coverage, trying to block the punt. And Indiana got confused and startled and jumped. And Notre Dame should get this ball in pretty good field position. Indiana's kickers really struggled. This might be his best kick of the night. Fair catch called for at the 31. 2:48 to go in the third quarter. Notre Dame up 20-3. TV timeout again. So many timeouts. I'm sorry. Out of my hands. But yeah, Notre Dame looks pretty good. I thought Indiana would give them more problems. And Notre Dame only played Love really the first quarter. Their best running back hasn't played most of the game. I don't think he got hurt. I think they're resting him. He had some small injuries leading into the game. And we haven't seen much of them since it's been all Notre Dame, really. Indiana hasn't put up much of a fight. And I don't think it's because Indiana sucks. I think it's because Notre Dame's done a good job. I think a lot of people overlook Notre Dame's defense. They've been really good all year long. And they got just every position they got solid guys. They got a really solid secondary. They got a really solid front four. They got several really solid linebackers. And their offense and defensive lines are just really, really, really good. You know, they might not have they might not have first or second round draft picks, but they're going to have a lot of guys in the third round, fourth round. No, I don't drink beer. Not really. Once in a blue moon. I like bourbon and whiskey and shit like that. I'll have like a twisted tea or something corny like that every once in a while. Well, Steven, what's a fucking sport then? Please enlighten me. My favorite for the money. I like Basil Hayden's. Their regular version. It's kind of expensive. First down for Notre Dame, throwing the ball complete. Gain of 8 or 9. Second and 2. 2:20 to go in the third quarter. Notre Dame up by 17. Man in motion. They're going to run it. Tries to bounce outside. Oh, stiff arm. Breaks the tackle. What a play by Love. Holy shit. He's something special, man. Wow. And Love is back in the game, so that's good. I was a little bit worried about Love early in the game, hearing about the few little, he might have an injury. He didn't look too hurt there. Keep an eye out for Jeremiah Love next year. Here we go, 1st and 10. Notre Dame throws, finds the tight end. Gain of about 9. Wow, he broke a tackle and stiff-armed a guy into the dirt. Like it was nothing. Wow. Yeah, check out Basil Hayden's. It's fucking good. It's expensive, though. I think the cheapest bottle goes for like $60 now. Used to be able to get it for like 40, but inflation fucking destroyed that. Here we go. Notre Dame with a screen to Love. Takes a big hit on the sideline. Hopefully he's okay. He's got a first down. I think he took a helmet to helmet. Yeah, check it out. Just get the regular one. I've never tried any of their Docker ones or whatever. I just get the basic. It's really good. I enjoy it. My ex used to buy it for me for Christmas. But it's gotten expensive. I think it got popular after we found out about it. Not like I was the reason why, but you know what I mean. I'll show you what it looks like. That's the end of the third quarter. Notre Dame up big. Trying to wrap this game up. It's bourbon. Oh, I didn't know Target sold booze. I'll show you a picture of it right now. But that's for the money. That's my favorite. That bottle probably costs about $50 or $60 now. I used to be able to get it cheaper. But I enjoy it.
Unlock the door.
I'm afraid I can't do that, Jen.
Why not?
Did you forget something?
I'm going to go make a cocktail right now. I'll be back.
Investing in it is.
You're so dramatic, Amelia.
Bye, Jen. 100 innovative companies, one ETF. Before investing, carefully read and consider fund investment objectives, risks, charges, expenses, and more in prospectus at Invesco.com.
Two cats in the yard. Life used to be so hard. Now everything is easy 'cause of you.
The hard work begins well before dawn for the cowboy and the cook. And when they're done, they're due a well-earned meal.
A message from the Sonic Department of Research and Deliciousment.
We topped off the new Sonic Smasher you love with our creamy queso. With hand-smashed patties made to order, it's a cheesy love letter to your taste buds. And they're about to get real emotional. The new Double Sonic Queso Smasher, part of our Smasher lineup.
Coach, at the half, you told your team to be aggressive. How do you want them to finish out this drive?
Well, yeah, we want to finish with points on the board like we do every drive, but it's about continuous execution. We got to stay out of the negative yardage plays and continue to move the ball forward. And so we just got to be clean. Let's be clean this fourth quarter, play physical, play aggressive, and let's finish this thing off the right way.
All right, thank you, Coach.
All right, thank you.
This team hoping to move on to New Year's Day in the Sugar Bowl on a date with Georgia, the SEC champions who had a first-round bye. The four highest-ranked conference champions received byes into the quarterfinal round. Looked like a design quarterback draw for Riley Leonard on second and long. I think a lot of people wondered how good Notre Dame was. I think the view of Notre Dame nationally got really affected hugely by the loss to Northern Illinois.
Very much.
And that just looks like an aberration of a team that had a bad day, maybe took it for granted coming off the huge opening win at Texas A&M. I mean, other than that, they have been a dominant football team.
And against really good competition at times, too. I think Louisville's a good team. Navy and Army are good teams.
Beautiful throw by Leonard into a crowd, caught by Jaden Greathouse for a Notre Dame first down and another time-killing drive.
And I think the thing about this, too, this is the part of Notre Dame's team that was very much a work in progress when they were playing against NIU and Texas A&M early in the game. The passing attack and the confidence of Riley Leonard, which has now come full circle, and he's playing his best football of the year here in the South.
They There's the flag down. He runs away from Kamara, finds an open receiver. I don't think Chris Mitchell realized how much room he had around him. He just kind of circled one out of bounds. Likely another offside penalty against Indiana. I'm going to ask Marcus Freeman, does he want the player the penalty?
You too, Trojan. Thank you.
Offside. Defense, number 99. 5-yard penalty. Still first down.
Carpenter again.
Yeah, they'll take that instead of a 6-yard gain and lose the down. I think the other big picture aspect of this is people are going to wonder about Indiana. Yeah. And how good they really were. Were they a product of a very weak schedule? They could only play who you played, and they did hammer most of the teams that they played.
I think that's the saving grace for Kurt Signetti. Wasn't so much about who they played, but how they looked when they played those teams. And I think it's going to be going forward. Strength of schedule, depending on how the results happen this weekend, is going to be a heavier weighted factor in the years to come.
It should be.
Very little.
Come on, Notre Dame. Throw it.
Now they're chasing the sideline. Did he get rid of it just before he went out of bounds? He did. They ruled it an incomplete pass. Well, as he said, even Coach Signetti, when he looked at the schedule that he had ahead of him, inheriting a team that won 3 games, he thought there were 10 wins there. And it's not a murderer's row. And I think that the larger picture is about the strength of the Big Ten. And we're going to find out as we go.
Yeah, you look at Indiana's schedule, man. Usually the Big Ten's like tough. Usually Michigan State's tough. Usually Michigan's tough. They beat the shit out of those teams, but it makes you wonder if they didn't have the best teams this year. 2nd and 5 for Notre Dame. Trying not to take a sack. Scrambling. Going to get hit and thrown out of bounds for a loss of maybe a yard. About 12 minutes, 50 seconds to go. Notre Dame up 20-3. Merry Christmas, Chosen. I hope I see you before then. I'll be around, buddy. You keep your head up. You keep working hard. Don't get used and abused. 3rd and 6 for Notre Dame. Shotgun. Tight end. 3 wide receivers. Single back. Throws. Incomplete. No flags. No flags. And I would imagine Notre Dame could kick one from here. At least attempt it. Jeter coming back into the game. He's hit one from 49 tonight. This one will be from 37 yards on 4th and 6. Trying to put Notre Dame up 23-3. The snap. The kick. I don't know what happened, if it got blocked or what. But Indiana ended up with the ball somehow. Or if it was a shitty fake. I didn't even see the ball go up. Still enough time to do something. Oh, it was blocked. Notre Dame's had trouble with this a few times this year. Blocked by Carpenter. Oh, he used the other guy to push up. We'll see what happens. Usually they get flagged for that. We'll see if it matters. He definitely used the snapper to jump up higher, but there's not a ton of time left in this game. So they may overlook it. I don't know. We'll see. Please like, share, subscribe. If you haven't, just hanging out, watching some sports with my regular subscribers. Don't be bashful if you're new. You're more than welcome to shoot the shit. Say hello. We can talk about stuff just because the game's going. Doesn't mean we can't talk. Got 3 big games tomorrow. college football. Maybe I'll cover a couple of them. We'll see. See how much shit I get done around here. I got a bunch of shit to get ready for tomorrow. I think my mom's having family over Sunday. So I got to get some shit together and help her out. Notre Dame looking all right. Makes you wonder how good Indiana was, though. It just makes me wonder. Did they beat up on a lot of shitty teams? We'll see going down the stretch. There's still time for Indiana to come back. This game is not over. You know? We've seen a 98-yard touchdown run tonight. It's not like it doesn't happen. You know, a big play here, a turnover, another big play. Before you know it, you could be back in the game in 2 or 3 minutes. That's what's great about football. Like, you could be rolling. You could be doing very well. Or your team could be out of it. And, you know, you score a touchdown. You know, your defense gets you an interception or a fumble. Or, you stop the other team. They got a punt. You return one for a touchdown. You're right back in the game.
Touchdown run by Jeremiah Love, longest in the history of the college football playoff. Matching the longest in Notre Dame history, the longest run in FBS football this year. In Indiana, a team that averages 43 points per game has 3. They average 439 yards per game, 131 tonight. And credit this Notre Dame defense, which has played very well all year. And again tonight.
Here we go. Notre Dame on defense. 1st and 10 for Indiana from their own 40. They're going to run a pitch to the right. Gain of 3. 12 minutes to go in the game. 34 seconds on the play clock. Be 2nd and 7. 4 wide receivers, single back, shotgun. Throw over the middle, complete. Nice catch on a slant by number 4 for Indiana. For a 1st down, gain of about 10 yards. Out to the Notre Dame 47. They're going to run a no huddle. 11:25 to go. 4th quarter, Notre Dame up 20-3. 11:20, 19, 18, 17. It is loud there at Notre Dame Stadium. Shotgun snap, throws deep down the right side, almost intercepted. Oh. In and out of his hands. Good coverage by the cornerback and the safety. Safety comes over the top. Just can't make the play. In and out of his hands. I don't think he would have got his feet in bounds anyway. Stops the clock at 11:02 in the 4th. 2nd and 10. 4 wide out. Single back. Shotgun. Rook out of the shotgun. Back to pass. In trouble. He's going to run for his life. He doesn't scramble much. Throws down in the dirt. Incomplete. Looking for number 5, Williams. Good job by Clark for Notre Dame. He's been all over the field tonight. Having a good game. Got called for a shitty penalty, too. He's done a good job to not let that call affect him going forward. Got called for some ticky-tack shit that he shouldn't have. 10:55 to go. Third down. Indiana back to throw. Runs a screen. Big hit after it's caught by the running back. And he's dropped for probably a loss of 1 or 2. I'm not sure he got back to the line of scrimmage. Big hit. Notre Dame has done such a good job of getting outside on screens and little play actions, and they've done a real good job getting outside and not giving Indiana anything on the sideline. And it doesn't seem like Indiana feels confident attacking Notre Dame over the middle because they keep trying to get these plays that are designed to go outside to work, and very few have. And it'll be a 4th and long after this TV timeout. And Indiana at some point's got to consider going for some of these. I would assume. I mean, you're down by 3 scores with about 10 minutes to go. At some point, you're gonna go for a 4th down. You need to put points up quick. Let's check out the poll. Let's see what people had to say tonight. Who do you want to win? 67% of people that took the poll wanted Notre Dame. 33% wanted Indiana. Hopefully, there's a lot of happy Notre Dame fans. It's looking like that's the way it's going to go. I thought Indiana was suspect all year long, to be totally honest with you. I don't think the Big Ten was very good this year. I know Notre Dame didn't play the strongest schedule in the world, but I felt like they played better competition than Indiana did. Like Notre Dame played like 4 or 5 ranked teams. I don't think Indiana played more than 2. And they lost to Ohio State, which was one of them. We'll see what Indiana's going to do on this 4th down. I would imagine they're going for it. I don't see how they don't. I don't even think a field goal helps you right now. You can't kick a field goal from where they are anyway. They're going to punt it away again. It's 4th and 11. 10:45 to go. 4th quarter. Notre Dame leads 20-3. I would watch the fake just in case. And then they punt the ball. Stay away from it. And it hits off Indiana around the 21-yard line. Indiana's punter has had a horrible night. I'm surprised. These guys are used to playing in the cold. He's just had major issues kicking the ball. Curt Cignetti, who is the head coach of Indiana, was named the National Coach of the Year this week. He looks like he's ready to fucking go play Russian roulette after the game. He's fucking ripped. Notre Dame's got 17 first downs to Indiana's 9. They'll take over at their own 22. Out of the shotgun. They're going to run it up the middle with Love. Gain of a couple yards. Notre Dame's going to start trying to suck this clock, I think. That didn't sound good. Sorry. They're going to start running some time off. Get a couple first downs. You take 4 or 5 minutes off of the game. Be second and 8 with 10 minutes to go. 10 seconds on the play clock. 2 tight ends, 2 wide receivers, balanced offense, single back, Love out of the shotgun. They're going to throw it. Looking downfield, caught. Nice job. First down. Gain of about 10. Wow, I'm sorry to hear that, BSD. You seem very intelligent. $9:10 to go. Fourth quarter. First and 10 for Notre Dame. 3 wide receivers. They're going to run a reverse for a loss of about 2. Good job by the Indiana defense to get in the backfield. Stop Notre Dame. Indiana only has 2 timeouts, too. They had to burn a timeout early in the half when Notre Dame faked a punt and lined up like they were going to go for it. 2nd and 11. Clock keeps ticking. Notre Dame going to run it up the middle with Love. Nice run. Bring up about 3rd and 5, I'd say. Under 8 minutes to play. Notre Dame out of the shotgun. Motion to tight end as a wide receiver now. Good job by the line to give the quarterback time to scramble for a first down out of bounds. Good job of Notre Dame's line, keeping him safe. Good job by the quarterback knowing he had no one open and running for the first. And this is what I'm saying. Notre Dame has a very good running game. They can cut the time of this game down significantly. That's why I'm surprised Indiana didn't take some risks in this half. Gonna run one up the middle. Nice run by Notre Dame again. Gain of about 6. Tomorrow, we got SMU at Penn State at noon. Clemson at Texas at 4. And Tennessee at Ohio State at 8 o'clock. Those are all Eastern Standard Time games. And looks like Notre Dame's going to wrap this one up. 6 minutes, 25 seconds to go, up 17 with the ball. 2nd and 4, they fake the run. Going to throw one to the end zone. It's going to be caught. Just shy of a touchdown. Play action pass. Complete. Inside the 5-yard line to number 6 for Notre Dame. Nice play. I don't think anyone saw that coming. Especially trying to just run the clock out with a big lead. Notre Dame's got 1st and goal with 5:40 to go. Run it up the middle. Gain of about a half a yard, if that. Notre Dame's line, offensive line, has played really well. Approaching 5 minutes left in this game. Notre Dame's got 5 seconds to get a playoff. They better do something quick. Call a timeout. I don't think they got the timeout off in time. Might be a penalty here.
The timeout was before the play clock expired. David Alvarez. There's no foul for delay game. Timeout. Notre Dame. With 4:54 to go. Notre Dame.
Yeah, I think so, Cameron. You know, Indiana scared me going into this game a little bit. I didn't know what to expect because they blew out so many people this year, but the Big Ten didn't have a very good year. I mean, I know they got some good teams, Ohio State, Oregon, Penn State, but Indiana didn't play none of those guys. You know? Well, they played Ohio State. They got spanked. Indiana's punter killed them tonight, too. And then Indiana gave up a huge 98-yard run for the first touchdown. It seemed like it just sucked the wind right out of them. You know? Giving up those big plays hurt. And then when you give up a big play, the other team gets a lot of confidence from it. And then on top of it, Notre Dame hasn't even really played Love. I mean, he ripped that one big run, but he hasn't played a ton tonight. So, and he's a little beat up. They were able to give him rest. He's beat up. He still broke a 98-yard touchdown. And then they were able to rest him most of the game. They also may have lost one of their better defensive linemen tonight. We'll see what happens, but I don't think he's out for good, but something definitely happened. But at least they didn't have to bring him back in the game to win it. Thank you, King Live. Salute. You have a good night as well. Keep up the good work on your YouTube channel. You can do it. But yeah, I think Indiana was a bit outmatched. Notre Dame's offensive line did a really good job protecting their quarterback. And I know everyone says he's not a great quarterback, but he did a good job. He didn't take sacks. He knows how to maneuver in the pocket. They don't run anything crazy. Like, you know, they're kind of, they run an offense kind of like the Patriots used to, where it's like death by 1,000 cuts. You know, they just get 5 yards, 10 yards, 6 yards, 7 yards, 5 yards, 4 yards, 6 yards. That shit gets frustrating. If you're a defensive player on the other team. Second and goal, they run an option. Quarterback's going to keep it for a touchdown run. Goes into the end zone unmolested. Nobody even on the right side of the field. Oh, excuse me. Yeah, that's too easy. They have one cornerback over there. He couldn't leave his man. You know, if the cornerback bumps up to try to get to Riley Leonard, Leonard just throws it out there on the sideline, and it's a touchdown either way. 26-3 Notre Dame, 27-3 after the extra point. Notre Dame looked good tonight, I think. I think Notre Dame should feel good. I don't think Indiana's horrible. I just don't think they have the studs Notre Dame does. And Notre Dame's got like a good team, but they're not like stacked like that either. They just play good, smart football. They know what their strengths are. They had one bad turnover. Other than that, they played pretty well on offense. And it's nothing flashy. It's like, it's a lot like watching the old school Patriots before Brady really became, they always kind of played offense like that, New England, but you get 4 yards every play. If you get 4 yards every play, you end up with a first down after a first down after first down. You're moving the ball. So if you get positive yardage over 4 yards and you don't turn the ball over, you should be able to win a lot of football games. And, Notre Dame just played smart football besides that one turnover. They had one big play. Love ran that 98-yard touchdown to the house. And it seemed like ever since that happened, Indiana was lost. .444 to go. Indiana out of the shotgun. Throwing complete. Close to a first down. Why is Indiana pushing people on the sideline? The guy made a tackle. Don't be a fucking douchebag. He didn't mean to hurt your player. And then Indiana had bad penalties with shit like that. Indiana had some bad penalties tonight. Hitting people as they go out of bounds.
Pushing and shoving on the sideline there, and that resulted in the flag, too. Officials conferring. Tyson Lott, one of those 13 James Madison transfers.
The result was the play was a first down. After the play, unsportsmanlike conduct, unnecessary roughness, number 12 in the bench area. 15-yard penalty for down the play. It'll be first and 10.
He shoved Jalen States. Terry Jones Jr. is a defensive player just on the sideline.
You see him over there. Snead's kind of standing over the top of Lawton, and he just shoves him right back. The official sees it immediately, and that's what draws the foul.
Now, not to defend what Jones did, but I think he thought that Snead was sort of standing over Lawton and taunting him at the end of the play. That would be my guess. 4.5 to go. Disappointing end to a great year for Curtis Rourke. He hopes to play professional football. He dumps it off to Justice Ellison. His brother Nathan was his predecessor at Ohio. They overlapped there. Nathan Rourke's gone on to the CFL. He's with the BC Lions. And they are very close. Nathan Rourke, according to Curtis, is Curtis's hero, great role model. There's Curtis Rourke's wife, Caroline. They met at Ohio U. Said she's the better athlete. She's a volleyball player, all-conference volleyball player for the Bobcats.
He's an impressive young man.
He sure was. It's been an awful night for all of the Hoosiers, but he's certainly better than he looked tonight. And Mel Kiper is number 6 among quarterbacks on his board for the next draft.
I think when people dive into the tape, too, and they sit down and visit with him, he's going to go up. And I know he might not have as high a ceiling as some of the guys he'll be measured against, but I think they're going to fall in love with this young man and his tape and how accurate he is.
Catch made by Keyshawn Williams. But we we were talking last night about this 12-team field. In recent years, most years seemed like it was clearly a best team. Georgia in recent years, Alabama before that. To me, this is wide open. And I'm a believer in Notre Dame. And I think a lot of people undersold their chances because of that loss to Northern Illinois. But they're solid everywhere you look.
There are very few weaknesses on this football team. I mean, and you're scratching at it too, thinking about it, because it's really the pass rush was the question.
Yeah, and Georgia's really good too. I mean, they're all pretty good teams. I don't think there's a front runner this year. I wouldn't be surprised if any team gets knocked off in this 12-team tournament. And I'm a little bit bummed out because Georgia and Notre Dame are my two favorite teams ever since I was a kid. I love Notre Dame and I love Georgia. But I wouldn't be surprised to watch Notre Dame knock Georgia out, especially without Beck. I also wouldn't be surprised to watch Georgia fucking beat the shit out of Notre Dame if they come to play. Like, I feel like Georgia has not played one really, like, complete game all year long. So it'll be interesting to see.
Really is one of the really special athletic venues in our country. Miles Price, the catch and run. He was one of the stars in the last ESPN telecast here in the Shadow Touchdown Jesus. I have a little bit of Penn State played here in November of 1990.
Are you a Sigma or Alpha? I don't know. I'm just a dude, man. I'm just a guy. I don't know why you guys worry about all these names you guys see on the internet. Just be a good person. Don't be a bitch. Don't be a bitch. Don't be a cuck. And you'll be all right. Treat people well.
His wife Kelly had it made into a painting. And that painting hangs in their beach house in New Jersey.
I'm trans and I'm pregnant. Yeah, that's impossible.
Get to polls for giveaway Saturdays with some luck.
So it looks like Notre Dame's going to pull this one out. And it looks like the fucking idiots are going to come out of the woodworks to end the show. As always. But I think Notre Dame could knock off Georgia. They look good tonight. And we'll see what happens with the couple little bit of injuries we have on Notre Dame, but they got a shot. What they do defensively, they're very good defensively. Georgia's got a hell of a defense too, though, especially Georgia's defensive line. So I worry about Notre Dame being able to. Notre Dame might be able to run the ball, but Notre Dame already doesn't throw the ball a ton. And going up against Georgia, they might struggle if they become one-dimensional. Because Georgia has some monsters up front. I know Notre Dame's got a really good line. But if Georgia comes to play and gets after Notre Dame's quarterback, it could be trouble. But then again, he's shown he can run a little bit. So it's going to be interesting to see. I wish it wasn't my two favorite teams that were going to play each other. At least if it was in the national championship, I wouldn't feel so funny about it. What's up, Fisherman? But it is what it is. Either way, I can't lose that game. But I'll probably be rooting for Notre Dame a little more than Georgia. I mean, I'll be happy whoever wins, but I'd like to see Notre Dame win a national title. It's been a long time. It's been a very long time. They haven't won one since I was like fucking a little kid. Little kid. I think 1988, 89. I was like, I remember it. I actually have the Sports Illustrated of it put away. I want to say it was like 88, 89, something like that. It was when I was about 5 years old.
Final 2 minutes of this first ever playoff
2 minutes to go.
all Notre Dame tonight. Indiana just trying to make the final score look a little bit better at this juncture. Curtis Rourke to the sideline. Broken up intended for Miles Price. Coverage from Jordan Clark. Third down and 9. Surely this is 4-down territory, right? They're not kicking a field goal here, right? Like, let's go for something here. Look at Kurt Cignetti. Kurt Cignetti signed a long-term contract extension during the year, reported to be for 8 years. Well, this is going to be a tough ending. Elijah Surratt battling inside the 10. But it's really been a terrific season, and I think it's instructive of what can happen in today's college football transfer portal. Yeah, right. You win 3 games last year. You change coaches. You bring this man in. He brings in 30 transfers, and they won 11 games, double digits for the first time. That was Tino Sunseri, who's coaching his last minute 39 on the Indiana staff, on his way to UCLA to be the offensive coordinator. Howard Frost knocked down that pass. Pete Thamel reported in. Chandler Whitmer from the Atlanta Falcons staff is going to come over to be the quarterback coach.
I think another thing, too, about the way that Tino Sunseri and Kurt Cignetti have approached this rebuild, if you will, is they took guys that have played football at this level before. They might not all look like 6'5", 250 and can run. They might be a little undersized, but they're productive at smaller schools, and it can win at the highest level.
He said production over potential. He wants resumes of guys who played a lot and played well. Swing pass, Price, banged down at the goal line. Touchdown, Indiana. That was close as to whether he broke the plane, but at least for the moment, called a touchdown. And he did get over the line before the ball, we think, from the
Looked like he fumbled.
mobile progressive pylon camera. That's a touchdown.
That's a
Great
touchdown.
effort with understanding where he's at. Huge collision.
I got a little nauseous there. View for the pylon cam. It's had a quiet night tonight.
It has. Great stretch, though, and
And our poor camera guy's not very tall in there. He went for a ride, too.
he's well protected. Those pylons are soft around him. That's encouraging.
And Indiana's going to go for 2. Miles Price, the touchdown, is 3rd of the year. He came over from Texas Tech.
Indiana going to go for 2.
What happens in Indiana going forward? You know, a lot of these transfers who came over, like Rourke, are here for 1 year. A lot of the guys who came from James Madison said, hey, if we stay at James Madison, we could have done the same thing there.
Yeah, they probably could have.
Congratulations to Bob Chesney and his staff that took over for Kurt Cignetti. They won 9 games, including their bowl game, losing 13 terrific players off of last year's team. They get the 2 on the completion to Elijah Surratt. And
So 27-11, Notre Dame leads. Minute 30 to go. No, Kai, I'm just going to be kicking it. I think we're doing a little thing tomorrow for Christmas, or no, Sunday, where some of my family's going to come over. I don't have a lot of family even alive anymore, but I have family supposedly coming over Sunday. And that'll be it. I'll just be hanging. First Christmas without my dad, my stepkids, my girl. And it's just kind of sinking in. I'll get through it. I'm really looking forward to the new year and rebuilding everything, in all honesty. Looking forward to starting my life over. It was something I never saw coming, but it's something that definitely, I got to do. Wow. And I think Indiana just got the fucking onside kick. Wow, Indiana's ball. That's not good, Notre Dame. See, this is what I told you guys. Game's not over until they're over. Great onside kick. Beautiful job by Indiana to get to the ball. Notre Dame, number 5, should have went to that ball instead of waiting for it. And this game ain't over. They could throw a bomb and then do that again. Notre Dame better not do me like this. Thank you, Kai. Same for you. Some days are better than others, Nice job by Notre Dame. Big sack. Notre Dame should have never gave up that fucking onside kick. I don't know what's going on. All kinds of people on the field. I don't know if someone called the timeout or it's a TV timeout. There's a minute 10 to go. Come on. Finish this game up.
College football. By the way, you saw the note. I'm going to give you a little bonus question here. Georgia 3-0 all-time against Notre Dame. The only wins against Notre Dame without a loss all-time is...
It's not Chicago Med School.
It's not, you're close. It's not Chicago Surgeons and Physicians. Okay. It's the University of Chicago.
Oh, okay.
And they went 4-0 against Notre Dame. The last time they played was in 1899.
Yeah,
1 year after the first meeting between Indiana and Notre Dame.
So it was even 35 years before Jay Berlinger won the first Heisman Trophy.
Look at you. That's with no notes in front of you at all. It was the last time these two teams played 1999 and 1991. We mentioned Al Golden, one of the heroes of the last game on ESPN from this stadium. 1991, September, the meeting between Notre Dame and Indiana last time they played was the first NBC home game of their contract. And a great game, shootout. Here's Rourke on 2nd and 12. Notre Dame won that game. And Jerome Bettis, 100 yards plus. He's here today. A lot of greats from the past for the Irish. You're really enjoying this Notre Dame season. Surratt, a 7-yard gain. They're at the 45-yard line. But running out of time.
The defensive player's helmet was off.
So they're going to have a conversation about that. This is another thing in college football these days. The huddles, the games that never end.
Yeah.
A lot of them seem to clock down at the very end.
She set the game clock to 1 minute and 3 seconds.
Come on.
The player's helmet came off. Indiana will decline the 10-second runoff, and the clock will start on the snap.
This might be one for Matt Austin.
I haven't heard many times the fans boo the officials up 2 scores with a minute left for adding time back.
I don't understand what happens. Is it a do-over when the hell we're going to have to get Matt in here? We're going to learn something with a minute 3 to go.
Complete.
Catch made by Keyshawn Williams. Matt, help us there. Was his helmet not on during the play? I don't know what happened. Do you know what happened?
Yeah, the helmet came off at the end of the play, so the clock stops for that.
That is subject to a 10-second subtraction, which Indiana is going to decline, which means the clock's going to start on the snap. So they got it exactly right.
All right, Matt.
Another timeout. Notre Dame's got this game in the bag pretty much. Barring a complete... I don't even know how they blow this game with 52 seconds left. Hopefully we don't find out. But it'll be Notre Dame, looks like, playing Georgia. My two favorite teams in college football. Got to play each other. Ugh. That one's going to pull on my heartstrings. How's your night going, Kai? I didn't know you had a girlfriend again. Good for you, man. That's awesome. I didn't know you were wifed up and shit. I remember you telling me you went on that date and all that. I didn't know you were serious. That's awesome. Good for you, man. I think that's amazing. It gives me hope. Gives me hope that I'm not going to end up being old and single. Oh, that's awesome, man. That's amazing. That's good. I'm really happy for you, dude. Seriously. I'm not just saying that. I'm really happy for you. That's awesome. You deserve it. And the puppy, too. Oh, cool. Um, 4th and 1 for Indiana. 52 seconds to go. 27-11. Notre Dame in the lead. Holy shit, this game's taking forever to end. Come on. Fucking 50 seconds to go. They're down by 16 points. Come on. Indiana with a first down. They got one timeout left. Going to throw it out wide, out of bounds. Gain of about 7. I think it's going to be too little, too late. I would hope. Barring a complete meltdown by Notre Dame. Like, you could literally not even try, and it would be hard to lose this game at this point. Second and 3, 43 seconds to go. He's going to run, scramble, first down. And stops the clock for a quick second while they set up. They down the ball. be 2nd and 10. 31 seconds to go. They're going to throw one to the end zone. Touchdown. What a grab. Touchdown by Cooper Jr. Game's not over yet. 27-17. They go for 2. If Indiana goes for 2, gets it, gets an onside kick and scores a touchdown, and goes for 2 again, they could tie this fucking game up. Unbelievable. The over-under on this game was like 50.5 or 51.5. So I don't think they'll get close enough to that. But if they tie this game up in regulation, they will. Oh, incomplete. That should about end it. Notre Dame's very lucky. Fucking trying to give this game away. Retarded. And as usual, number 1, Mr. Clark, makes a play. Deflects the ball out of the end zone. So Indiana will attempt an onside kick with 25 seconds to go, I would assume. Down by 10. It probably won't matter unless Notre Dame gives it up and they throw a bomb and then do it again. This is ridiculous, though. Notre Dame should have never been in this situation. Oh, they almost coughed up another one. Oh. Number 5 came up with that one. Thank Jesus. And all Notre Dame's going to have to do is take a couple knees and this one's over. So Notre Dame, barring something else stupid happening, should advance in the college playoff. Indiana's got one timeout. We'll see if they even bother to burn it. I'm sure they will. Notre Dame in victory formation. Take the snap, take a knee. Indiana will call their last timeout, I would imagine. No, they're not gonna. You know when it's over. Oh, that's cool, Kai. Thank you. Thank you. That means a lot to me, buddy. I'm glad she enjoys it. If I ever get to come out your way, maybe she got a friend for me. So that's it. Notre Dame wins 27-17. It's a wrap. Notre Dame will move on to play Georgia, I believe, next week. What do we got for time? What up, SoCal? It's 11:38. You want to do a quick live, Kai? Or you got to go to bed? Maybe just hang out, shoot the shit for a little bit. If you're not up to it, I totally understand. All right. So I'm going to end this live. I'll be back and we'll hang out for maybe a half hour, an hour. Me and Kai, we'll just talk, hang out. Something light. Something light. Just talk and shoot the shit. Kai, I'm going to send it to your email because I got to go pay my phone bill and I haven't done it yet. So I will send the link to your email right now. We'll be back in about 5 minutes, guys. Peace. Thank you for watching the game. Those of you that stayed and hung. Those of you that hopped in and out. Appreciate it. Got you, Kai. I'm going to send it to your email, Kai.